Trapped in the shadow of me. No escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no foes, only fear I see. But I walk the path and I'll lead you to me. Trapped in the shadow of me. No escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no foes, only fear I see. But I walk the path and I'll lead you to me.
What's it? Sneak peek. Sneak peek.
Behind my forehead a war begins. Quiet voices whisper what I'll never win. They carry no names, yet I know their face. Follow every motion, I can't escape this place. I try to lock them deep inside, but doors will break that never died. The more I fight, the clearer it will be. The darkness always belongs to me. Trapped in the shadow of me. No escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no foes, only fear I see. But I walk the path and I'll lead you to me. Between
Yep. Nice. Coming through nice. We got the thumbs up. Hey, we got the thumbs up. Thumbs up, I think. Okay, so there you go, guys. Welcome to another week, a weekend for us, and it was a busy week as usual.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so without further ado, let's kick the show off.
Yes. And 3, 2, 1, go! H&R Racing, H&R Racing, H&R Racing. Yeah. Welcome, show.
The H&R Drill Racing Show, and I'm your host, Richard.
And I'm Aaron, so thanks so much for tuning in. Yes, like I was saying, a busy week this week for us, and past, present, and future. Thanks so much for tuning in. Yeah, appreciate it. And I guess a little thing about what's happening on the weeks on this
Live stream?
Yes, what's happening on this live stream.
Okay, so what's happening on the live stream is we're continuing on with the Coaxial concept RC aircraft that we've been building on this series specifically for this live stream, and we're sort of dotting the I's and crossing the T's, right? We're finishing off for this particular series for the section because the landing gear is nearly complete. We just need to attach it.
That's the plan, yes. And we're also going to go, and before we do that, we're going to go and have a look at the big, large 3D printed drone, which was this week's episode.
Yes, it was. It was exciting.
Yes.
So it was exciting to get it out for that episode. And we were attempting to do old hold, right? Tick off one of the mini checklist flight tests that we need to do for that guy. And yeah, so we're going to have a look at that in a second. And we're going to have a look at the mounting bracket that we made on a previous live stream, just to see how it's sitting there. It's all sitting there happily, right?
That's what it's all about. Okay, so we jump over to the other screen.
Yeah, and also stay tuned because later on in the stream we're going to have a sneak peek into what is happening on Tuesday's episode.
Yeah, so stick around for that. So it's all coming up on this episode, on this live stream, on the live stream episode.
Live stream.
Live stream episode? I think you said live stream episode. An episode that's on live stream is a live stream episode, right?
Yeah.
It's totally a live stream episode. If it's an episode then and it's a live stream, then it's going to be a live stream episode. Yeah. Hey, Cool Cat, how you been? Good evening. Oh, cheers, man. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we appreciate it very much. Yes.
Hey.
There you go.
Okay, so
Maybe we'll jump over to that one. This one?
let's back. Oh,
Yeah, I got it. I remembered. Cool. Hopefully you had a good week there, dude. Hopefully it was a good one. And hopefully you can see us, hear us, and...
see us. It's twice as important.
See us, hear us, and see us. Yeah. Yeah. So there you go.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So what was that episode this week? So it was all about the rather large 3D printed drone that we've been building. This is specifically the one that we used to lift the Coaxial high, which is sitting behind me, just there. That's the guy that flew on board. And we were doing the flight testing. How'd that go?
It was intense. As always, to get it to the field was very intense, and we did manage to get it there though, successfully. So thanks so much to that nice person that let us borrow this trailer.
Yeah, you couldn't fit on our trailer. It's that big.
Yeah, there you go.
Did you want to engage that? One's all good for that.
I'm doing it, but yeah, yep. And yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to carry on with this guy. And we did quite a lot of progress last time, and we managed to design and print the suspension for the front nose. And yeah, there you go. And what did Cool Kit get up to this week? Hopefully, maybe some flying, some building. Yeah, hopefully you had a good one.
So these are what we're attaching.
Yeah. There you go. So yeah, that's what we achieved at the end of last live stream. We managed to have that completely printed. That's pretty good effort, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good effort.
And there's of course the aircraft that we all know so well. Still sitting there with the hobby wing motors.
Yep. And what else can we tell you about it?
CUAV, flight controller, ESCs. Yeah. And then the airspeed sensor on the front there.
Yeah, so we have to enable all that stuff, and that'll be all coming up. Thanks so much for joining the stream there, 10 Tapestry. Appreciate it very much. And yeah, so there you go. That's the plan.
That's the plan, Sam. So did you want to have a look at some of the episode that was this week, just so?
Oh, before we jump into building.
Before we jump into building it, or do you want to have a look it up in the rafters?
Oh, we'll just jump it so then we can see what we're talking about, and we don't have any audio on that, ain't it? So.
Yeah, it's off.
Yep. That way.
Otherwise, we just talk at itself.
Yeah. Which one is it? This one? No, that's just a chair. Hang on. I think I'll bring it up to this one.
Yeah.
There you go.
We appeared back.
We appeared back in the screen.
Okay, so this is just the short intro clip.
So yeah, it's just going through this kind of thing. There was a couple of requests during the week just to have a little look at this guy. So we thought we'd do this on live stream with you. And yeah, it was quite cool to see it in the air. And you can see the same size. That's a little GoPro at the front there. And yeah, so it wasn't necessarily the ideal day to be doing that kind of testing, but it was a good one.
It was a day.
It was a day. So yeah, and we came back intact. That was cool.
What were some of the things that we're working on? So at the beginning of that episode, we were just sort of just checking, making sure the system runs correctly, making sure the VTX works and the full system's check.
Yeah.
Motors go in the right direction, all that kind of safety stuff. And then we sort of dived into this little check here, which we actually hadn't done before. So it was good to get that, which is this one. We hadn't actually checked that before. So
yeah, it's just to check to see if
basically to see if the motors aren't going to die on you.
Yes.
He's had a great week. Awesome.
And thank you. Yes, thinking about what's required to get my EDF powered 3D printed RC Seagull made, built and flown. Oh, cool. Cool project right there.
No, I think he's talking about our project.
Is he?
Yeah. He's talking a lot.
Oh no, he might be making one again.
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
I think he's giving us a hint there.
Oh, okay.
He's having you on.
Okay. Well, either way, a good project.
Stay tuned because
stay tuned. There might be something coming up.
Very similar, but not
exactly the same. But there might be something coming on this live stream. Oh, well, not this live stream, but coming up on live stream. Yeah, we've got something planned, and we have been printing some. What type of frame do you have for your drone? Turret, maybe. This particular drone frame is custom. It's completely custom, and the main frame that holds it together is
3D printed.
Yeah, 3D printed.
CF carbon fiber film. So it's a completely custom frame. But
And the motor mounts are our design as well.
Yeah, that's all.
So you see that little aluminium plate on the top there. That doesn't actually do anything structural. That's in the middle section. That's just for mounting the 3D printer to. So it doesn't actually do anything structural. It's all the 3D printing underneath.
Yeah.
So yeah, we thought we'd just have a little look back at that, just to mount cameras on and those sorts of things.
Yeah, more of a functional thing.
Yeah. But have we ever made a turret? Yes, we have made a turret.
The 650, you think?
Yeah, we have made it on the channel.
I think we did a live stream on it. You can check in the series, and I think we dropped the parachute man off them. We did it live. Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Maybe we could do it again sometime if you wanted to see that sort of thing. But yeah, it was an interesting build. It was quite a bit of. How many months on the episodes did it take?
It was around
last year,
3 months of last year's events.
So we wanted to get the objective of that that flight was to get old hole, but it was a bit too windy for doing old hole testing.
And it does look a bit unstable, but actually, in fact, it's actually pretty stable. It's been affected by wind because it hasn't been tuned properly yet. So we need to get that old hole. But yeah, no, I was quite happy with it. It's just it's like anything. If you get too much wind, you land it. You don't muck around with stuff like that, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But it's an interesting one for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought maybe that was kind of what some people were asking about. Yeah.
And what was your highlights, guys?
Yeah. Do you guys have any highlights of that?
Or what
series?
were you surprised about when you saw?
Well, do you have a name for it? Do you have a name for it? We haven't come up with a name for that big guy.
We just call it the big guy.
Yeah,
I guess it's kind of a name.
I discovered, Coaxial says he discovered that the 3D printing would cost way too much money for someone to make it. For me, it may be cheaper to get my own printer and make one himself. Yes, agree.
You can actually pick up a reasonably priced printer these days.
Yeah.
You don't need, like, I know that we've got some of the fancy ones like the K2 Plus and all that kind of stuff, but actually we just started with the Ender 3.
Which is inside that case, the original
And
one.
I'm sure Bamboo Labs and all those other guys have got just as good equipment and options out there. You don't need to get the super deluxe A-grade one. You're more
I guess now, as a preference, looking forward, we prefer doing quite a lot of bigger is better, but also an enclosure.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
if you could get an enclosure, we'd say that would be
the way to go. But you don't have to. I mean, you can start with an Ender or the equivalent of and the other brands out there. But yeah, that's what we would say. And I mean, that's how we started when we needed something to 3D print it years ago. We had to get somebody in, had to send the file to someone to get it done.
But yeah, quite pricey.
Yeah, in the end it was a lot smarter, so we just learned how to do it. But yeah, and we already knew by that stage how to make our own designs. The CAD stuff, we didn't know how to do the 3D printing.
I wasn't hinting at anything. I knew you guys have a flying bird type RC thing in the pipeline.
Oh yeah, see, I told you he wasn't having it.
Oh, sure he was.
Exciting.
I was positive.
Yeah, flying bird type. Yeah, nice. I think who makes the seagull? I think it's
Plane print.
Is it Plane Print? I'm pretty sure it's Plane Print that makes that design. There might be some other ones out there. It looks pretty cool. And the EDF is always a great thing. It's kind of funny because they always make that big sound a bit. Like any EDF, it does take a big takeoff.
You probably can't fly very long either. Like, normally they're like, 3 minutes of just going flat out?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how efficient is the Seagull, did it? It might be really efficient, which is good. Because then you can just like soar around, turn it off, turn it on when you get flying to height. There you go.
Yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to show you that little bit there. It's kind of cool.
That's weird, that screen, because then it's you. It's like Inception. Anyway, you can change up that screen.
Yeah, change up that screen. But yeah, and then what we'll do is we just jump over to what we achieved on a previous live stream to show you the mount that we actually, when we mounted it, because that was a previous live stream, and it's kind of one of those things we like to do is actually show the results of a live stream, because otherwise it's kind of weird if you just do these things and then you don't actually get to see it. Coolcat says, I'm sure we'll be comparing notes soon. There's an eagle too, and a seagull, and an owl, I think, Richard. Is there an owl in there?
Yeah. There's some good stuff there.
Yeah, so it's cool to see what other people are designing, that's for sure. But yeah, no, that's interesting. But yeah, Rich is just in the background, just making it movie ready, I guess. Yeah. Yep, so you were just going to swap the camera over in a second for that. But yes, making stuff on a 3D printer is cool. You just take your time with it, doing the slicer section. But yeah, pretty much these days they're pretty much just straight out of the box, right?
Yeah, they
I
are.
advise probably getting, if you're getting a 3D printer, get one with auto leveling. Like there's a resin printer. That's one recent printer.
K1?
Huh?
K1's got auto, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they all got auto leveling now. Yeah. I would advise getting that
If you can.
if you can. Yeah. The original one, you have to use like a piece of paper, and you just go around each foot. But it's definitely a lot better if you get an auto leveling. Yeah. How do you look, Richard?
You're good.
Okay, so we're going to jump over to the other camera to show you the mount that we made. We were cutting it out with jigsaw on Livestream.
We just drilled some holes.
I'm pretty sure we cut it out in jigsaw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then we drilled holes, and then we did some measuring and stuff. So now we've got it all rigged up, and that way you can kind of see it. So this is a different part of the shop that you don't normally see. We normally get this off camera, but we made it look pretty. So there you go. Which one is it? External? Yeah, this one. There, yeah, I can see it, Richard.
Yeah,
so
cool.
you can see there what kind of wood is that that's holding it up, Richard?
MDF, I think.
It's just MDF.
What we had.
Hey, it was a plywood. It's not plywood, eh?
No, MDF, I think.
So anyways, that's the big guy there, and we needed some space for the shop, so he was taking up kind of the whole
shop,
the whole workshop. So we made this rig, and yeah, he seems to be kind of slung there, pretty good. You can kind of see the size of him. He's pretty big. So yeah, so he's kind of slung from the ceiling in like a hammock kind of design. Yeah. So we just wanted to show you that we did actually complete that option. And I'll just change back to my normal screen. Yeah, you're all good, Richard. Yep, you're out of frame. Cool Cat says, I intend to slope saw my Seagull and use the EDF only occasionally. The Beck from the EDF battery will provide all the power I need for hours of flight and power for flight control surfaces. Nice. Oh, okay, so you're going to steal power from the EDF. Nice. Okay, cool. Okay, I'll stop spamming. What? No. This is more of an interactive live stream. Yes, no, that's all good. That's cool.
More interaction.
More interaction, the better. Yeah. It's I think making anything is cool. Slope soaring. That's was that one of our first kind of planes, Richard? Slope soaring.
Like but it's more like a foam plane, right?
It's a foam dart thing.
Foam glider, right?
Yeah, I guess you'd call it. I don't think we. No, we don't have it now. It's long gone. But it's what our uncle made for us for maybe a Christmas or something. That was one of our first ones, and that's when and then you'd check this thing. It was a big block of foam basically with
wings,
clear tape around it. It's just a glider thing, and you throw it, and then just go, and then boom, it hit something. But yeah, it was just made to last, and it did a good job. But slope soaring, we do have some slope soaring kits, different planes up there that we have made, but we haven't really flown them off a cliff. Those ones, no, not off an official cliff. Yeah, which is nearly coming back into frame. I see. Let's just get some water. Excuse me.
Yeah, no. Okay, yeah. Okay, so what are we going to be doing next? So that's what happened on the last episode, and I guess we're going to get on with this one.
Yeah.
And later on in the stream, we're going to give you like a little sneak peek of what's coming up next week on the episode, because it's kind of exciting.
Yeah. We've done some more work, and what is next week here? So we can tell you on that.
So it's already sort of semi-released.
Semi-released. We're working on the VTOL dropship.
Yeah. So that's the quad tilt rotor.
So that's what we've been doing most of the week, is doing a lot of printing. And
a heck load of printing.
Yes.
So yes, we
very
certainly
busy.
put
some hours in.
All the printers to work.
And I think we're up to maybe 1 a.m. or something each night.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much
So
working
get
on.
done, and we only just finished it yesterday. We've still got all the editing to do, so hopefully we can get it done in the time cap. We just finished the filming this morning.
Yeah, so hopefully you guys can enjoy that on Tuesday.
Fingers crossed if all goes well with editing, right?
Yeah.
And Cool Cat says, I love the slope story. It's in my blood with the age of 10. When I had my first one, it was the Veron Impala.
52 inch.
52 inch, 2 channel. Yeah, nice. That's good stuff, that one.
Nice. Is it? I think it's a dark format. I could look it up.
Is it okay to look it up? I think Harry's got the, not that one.
Not this one?
No.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
Which one is it? We might as well look it up.
Yeah.
If it's okay.
If it's okay, or is it cool? Or you look it up on the,
Which one is it?
so we can all see what we're talking about here. Veron.
Yeah? Impala.
Impala. Images. Oh yeah, old school stuff. Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Nice. I remember these ones. All right. You said cool. Okay, we got the thumbs up here.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, so yeah, just dial it straight into
Google Box.
the Google box.
There you go.
So this is what we're talking about.
So yeah.
Yes, I do remember these ones. Yeah, now these are cool aircraft. It was 42 years ago when I bought it. That's okay. It's with our flying club. This would probably, they have lots of the same ones, so they probably use this one.
Maybe
today,
with,
right?
with a motor.
Because they buy in bulk, those guys.
Yeah. Or they do. They
buy,
make
like,
vintage ones as well.
Yeah,
so
they do vintage as well. So
designs.
yeah, there's all different styles and skill
out there. Yeah, it's kind of
People are
cool.
passionate about different stuff still.
Yeah, it's cool. And yeah, bolster, nice, very cool. I mean, we've made these kind of planes like with a solar film and those sorts of things. I haven't made this particular design, but yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I mean, it's quite cool how I always quite like the clear on the solar film.
I always like how they just rubber band it straight on the wing, just rubber band straight. Straight onto the fuselage.
Yeah.
It's funny like that, eh? Nice.
There was a person that we used to fly with a lot, and he would mainly do carbon fiber wings. And did he do graphite? Or was it Kevlar?
Kevlar and graphite.
A real big slope soarers and those sorts of things back when we started years and years ago. And yeah, that's what he'd do, is just use rubber bands.
Yeah.
Band them over the top. And speaking about rubber bands, that's what we'll be adding to this.
Do we have any rubber bands?
Here, I don't know.
I don't know if we have them here in the shop.
But yes, that's what this suspension rod will be using, rubber bands. But I'm sure we could use string or something like that. And you put.
He said Cool Cat says he flew it at the Westbury White Horse Renton Camp Hill Fort in England, or the UK for those other people, or Britain. That's another word.
Yes, very
That's
cool.
pretty cool. Yeah,
Nice.
that's quite a nice spot out there.
I bet. Oh, we've never been there, but it sounds cool.
I'm pretty sure I saw it in a film.
Yeah, claim.
Yeah. What's it like? I bet it must be pretty cool if you turned up, right?
Yeah, where did we fly? It was like North Head. I guess so that would be like Auckland.
So that'd be like something
Of that sort. Oh, no, probably not in that grandeur.
not in that
sure.
scale.
No,
It'd probably be more like, but yeah,
It used to be like an old fort kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Large carbon fiber slope soarers are beautiful in the F3B competition, guys. Yeah, it's super quick. Yeah.
Super quicker, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy
Super
the guy that used to make them that we know, I'm not sure if he's around anymore, but when he used to do them, would launch them, with the old bungees across the paddock.
But he had an electric bungee, right?
Yeah, he put his foot on it. You let it go, and then you go, and then it goes away, it goes, and it goes up, and then you get to the top, and then you'd hear that, and then make a little dip to get off the top of the bungee.
Off the tail line, yeah.
And away she goes.
Very cool. That's the theory, anyway.
That's
all
the theory.
going well. And the hard thing about it, of course, is you don't, if you have a cross member that's not strong enough, you get the wings go like that, clap.
Which did happen to us once with one of our planes years ago.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what you want to try to avoid. That's why they always said the electric winch system was better because it was kind of more of like a steady pull. Whereas if you do the like rubber band or
it's instant. Right?
it's an instant, like you're pulling quite hard. Then, but you know, use what you got, right?
So
I guess we'll find that out when we go for launch with the
catapult.
The Mark II catapult with the Kapari that we'll be building on Livestream at some point. When we get around to it. Right?
Just gotta get around to it. Yeah. All right.
Okay, so what do we need to dive into, hey?
Well, we need to get an M3 bolt for this guy here.
Okay.
So we'll start there.
Okay, so you're looking at the front wheel, right?
That's the one. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go and grab some bolts. So,
I guess I'll just get the bolt while you do that. All right. Yes, anyway, there you go. Cool catch says, I wish I could stay up, but time is against me at 3 a.m. Wow, that's a good effort. And I have to go to sleep, guys. Have a great show. Thanks for ending with me. Hey, it's all good, man. Have a great one. Thanks so much for tuning in. See you in the next one. Yes, okay. All right. What do you reckon, like that? Should be ready. And I think I'll put the bolt in that one. Alright. Okay. Okay, we just need a drill, which one? You reckon you can grab a drill?
Drill.
We're going to cut the end of this one. Yes. But yes, so far it's all good. Yeah, so far what we'll do is we'll drill a hole for these guys and then make it a little bit bigger and then we'll get into it. Oh, I'll take you. What do you reckon? Do you think we should cut it to a...
Hey, thanks for the thumbs up, 10 Tapestry.
Cut it to 11 height? What do you reckon?
Hey.
Cut it?
Yeah. Is this the right time?
I do.
Thanks for joining the live stream today. It's like anything, it's there's always different time zones for everyone. It's
but yeah, we'll make some good headway on this today.
Be good to get this one out of the way.
Once this one's done, you can start working on the next one.
Does that fit? Nice. Check if everything's good on this one. Nice. This one does screw in, but maybe we need to make it bigger or something. Okay. How much of this? And how much do you want to drill in? Yeah.
Oh, just go all the way through. Needs to be kind of loose.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You need a bigger drill bit? Or you...
Guess I can. So it's a 3. Maybe go 3.2.
3.2.
loose. So if you just joined us on the live stream right now, we are back in the workshop doing the last touches, should I say?
Or mounting the wheels for this 3D printed coaxial plane. It's coming along quite well. We've been making it on live stream.
Thanks for joining in.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And at the moment, we're streaming on 2 platforms at the same time for different experiences. At the moment, the main one is on YouTube, and we're streaming on that. And we're also, at the moment, currently on TikTok as well. So yeah, thanks for joining in on this stream. And what are we doing on the stream, man?
Well, so far we've looked at one of our designs for this week, which was the giant, possibly the world's largest 3D printed heavy lift drone, and that was the episode this week. And we did that, and then we had a look at that, and then we're carrying on making this 3D printed plane. There you go.
Thanks for joining in.
So maybe I move your head out of the way.
Okay.
So yeah, there you go, just a little bit close up for you. This is a coaxial plane, and fully 3D printed, and kind of,
It's our design.
it's our design. It's got a flight controller and all the good stuff in there.
It's what we've been building on our YouTube channel.
And at the moment we're just making, well, finishing off the landing gear. That's what it's all about. Finish the landing gear, and we've designed it on YouTube. So there's there's the front wheel.
Yeah.
And yeah, we did all the CAD work so far. And this one will have suspension when it's all finished. But at the moment we're just putting the bolts in like so.
Yeah.
So it will go like that in the front nose cone. Oh, front nose wheel, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what else we need to do is cut this. But yes, hope you guys are all having a great day, night, or evening.
Yep. Hope everybody's going
Or morning. Or morning. Wherever you are in the world.
Yep.
And where are you in the world? Are you like us from New Zealand, or are you from somewhere else? It could be anywhere, right?
There's no technically wrong answer.
No, there's not a wrong answer.
Yeah, feel free to join in on the chat. It's pretty informal. Yeah.
Sure. Nice. Yeah, right. Okay. Making some headway. Once we've done that, we can cut the bolts to fit, and then we can start attaching it. I think what we're going to use is maybe a doweling rod or something like that, and then that will fit into this guy, which we designed before.
For the previous live stream.
And then that'll be fixed to the bottom of the plane, and then
2 halves make a hole.
Yeah, well, 3 halves make a hole.
Oh, yeah, 3 halves.
Yeah. And then once it's fitted, we can put that together, and then I think it'll be pretty good.
Sounds like a pretty good live stream.
Yeah.
So
and there's a rear one that we designed for the back. It's going to have 3 wheels for this one. So yeah.
So far, so good. Yeah. Oh, you can cut the length of it if you want. Cut it. Yeah.
Once you put this bolt in, it should be good. It's all marked up. Nice. Very cool, very cool. So that should be good. The objective is to try and get the landing gear on this one. It's going to be all situated nicely, and then we'll be away laughing.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so you're good. So you're gonna cut it over there, yeah?
Yeah, I'll cut it over here.
Do you want me to? I can grab the camera.
Suppose so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, camera. Thanks for joining in, guys. Feel free to leave a comment, and hopefully we see it and we can reply.
Yeah.
Okay. But remember, predominantly we are on YouTube at the moment, so.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got it there?
Oh, no, you're right.
Oh, you're going to cut it there?
Oh, no, I'll cut it over there.
Yeah.
I'll cut it in the vise. But yes, on YouTube mainly, with the different camera angles. All right, cool. That will fit, and I'm just going to chop this guy.
Chop that guy up, yeah.
Yep. I guess we'll swap camera angles. What do you reckon?
Yeah, sure. I can do that for you. What you? Sure.
I urge you to just move the cameras.
Alright, so it's a juggling game here. Yeah. Oh, okay, this one here. Yeah, I'll move you. You can face that way. There you go. We'll get in. Sit straight.
Should be fine.
Good enough.
Yeah, it's good.
Cool. Okay, and I'll swap you around so you can see what's going on. So you don't miss the action. All right.
Maybe hacksaw should be fine. Cut this guy.
Is that it?
I'll cut it with my left hand, so then that way you can see.
We'll probably do that now.
Maybe. Oh, I think I go back to the normal.
Wrong screen. There you go. Wrong screen.
What's that?
Oh, I cut to the desktop by accident.
What's that?
I just got the wrong cut. Nobody wants to see the desktop.
All right.
All right.
So there's an M3 bolt going in. Once I cut this to length, should do a good job.
Yeah, yeah, should be good. And we'll go cut it to Harry's one, external. There you go, you can see what he's doing now.
Yeah, I do. There you go.
You know what I mean?
No.
Wood for that one there.
Sorry? And everything else. Okay, we'll swap over to the other camera then. Come back to there.
Okay.
We'll come back to there. Don't need to go over here.
Okay.
But yeah, so far so good. Hope you guys are having a great week.
Marcelo joins us. Hey Marcel, how's it going, dude? Thanks for joining in on this live stream. Okay. Ha, there we go. Hey everyone, yeah. Thanks for joining in. Remember, you're more than welcome to watch Off Axis on his channel at any time you like. It's got some good stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
One time we actually partook on his entered his competition. Well, it was a long range FPV competition, wasn't it?
Was. And is Marcel working on our mask at the moment? There's a stage there where you're trying out your AMS.
Yeah. Thanks. Yes, that's right. You're doing the, was it 3D printing, was it? What was the project that you were working on with that one?
Have you fired that up again? Okay. Right, that's fine.
Okay,
have
so
you got a bolt? So yeah, just cutting this one to fit.
And he reckons he might go back into the world of live streaming.
He's been quite busy with work.
That's, well, you know, it's gotta be done. Gotta be done. But that sounds exciting. What do you think you'll do? Do you think you'll do more competition kind of stuff, or interviews, or what? There's no wrong answer. Do you have a sort of a goal, focus?
Yeah. What are your goals?
What are your goals?
But yes, so far, so I cut that. That bolt's all cut and ready to go.
There you go. Okay, so at the moment we've been, on the last previous live streams, if you missed out, we've been working on this Coaxial concept RC aircraft, and we are hopefully doing the last
Assembly part.
assembly stuff on it.
So we did the designing and printing.
Cheers, thanks for the likes, guys. And yeah, so if you're just joining us on TikTok, because we're streaming on 2 platforms at the same time, you're welcome to join us on YouTube, where you sort of get a more sort of a fuller experience, but you're welcome to stay where you are. All good. Off Axis says he is 3D printing. You haven't done much as of late. That's okay. But he has been making, he's working on a 1/10 scale of an RC truck. What kind of truck is it? Kind of like a F50 or is it more like a monster truck kind of thing? Or it might be like Optimus Prime truck. Nothing wrong with a talking truck.
No.
Okay, so what are we doing here?
Well, I couldn't find a crescent, so I was going to grab this.
Oh yeah, I've got some.
I know we have them around the shop.
Cables. Kind of annoying.
Oh, we should just go and grab something. The live streams would be something different, more of the local guys together talking about the hobby, about their perspective, maybe some interviews again. Oh, nice! That sounds exciting. Cool. I'll tune in.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah. FJ Cruiser Richard. He's making it for a friend. Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Ah, that's the other toolbox one I needed. Yes. But yeah, so far on the series we're doing quite good. We're making quite good progress. So yeah, we're on the what have we done? We've from the original test subject, which was this guy. We have made the Mark II version, and I think it's looking quite good. We just have to. We've got added suspension in there. It was suggested to add a bit of suspension, so we're adding that. And we're going to use a rubber band around there. That's the plan for this design. And then put maybe like a dowling rod in there, and then this part will fix it to the plane, if that makes sense. If it makes sense. You might be able to see that. Yes. But yeah, so far all good, and we're making quite good progress with this one.
Found it.
You got a crescent?
Yeah, it's in the wrong spot.
Yeah. Sometimes the tools move around the shop and you go, oh, where are they?
There you go.
Thanks. But yes. So yeah, so far so good. I guess we haven't really been out flying that much, other than testing. We haven't been to like the aerodrome to fly planes and jets for a little while, to get back into it as well. But we haven't been horse riding either for a while, so there you go. It's a sad day when you can't
Can't
you've
ride
been
the
too
horses.
busy to do other things, yeah. But we'll get back to it for sure. There you go. So that's the M3 in, and it's coming together. Hopefully the design works. It's untested, but I'm sure it will.
Yep.
99% of our designs always work.
Do we have any rubber bands with it? I might be able to get some elastic and test it upstairs, just for something you can just tie it like a knot.
For now?
Yeah, I'll go and grab
Just
some.
something for look.
Okay, take one. Go upstairs.
Okay.
It'll just be...
Up top. Okay. So yes, it's coming together. But this is slick. Can't wait to see it working. Yes. No, thanks, man. Cheers. How heavy is it though? The actual plane? I think we weighed it on a previous live stream. Yeah, we did. We had a set of scales. So I'm not sure. I'd have to go and reference that myself. But for power wise, yeah, we did measure it because I remember putting it nose down. So I'll have to go back myself. But what was it? It will have a 6S battery that we've got specifically for this one. So that would be pretty powerful for 2 motors in this kind of unison design. We used to use coat hangers, wires, and foam wheels. Oh yeah, nice. Yep. The wheel setup, would be reduced significantly. Yeah, for sure. Coat hangers, people used to put them on cars when their antennas ran out as well. Useful. I think you can't do with number 8 wire. But yes, thanks once again everyone for tuning into the stream. We streaming on 2 platforms at the moment, so feel free to join in on either.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Okay, so what I thought you could do is, since we don't have a rubber band currently, I thought you just loop that a couple times since it's a little
still
bit elastic, and then you go from there. How does that sound?
Okay.
And then that will sort of simulate
the plane.
Simulate what you need to do.
Yep, sweet. I'm just taking out the debris that's inside the wheel, hub, wheel shaft. Yeah, wheel shaft.
Cavity.
That's the one, yeah. We must have had it when we made this part. Must have been rotated in a certain angle.
The wheel setup plate there. We used to coat hanger wire.
Yeah, I was just saying.
Yeah. And how's your little FPV plane going? It was a 3S system, wasn't it? I think off-axis.
Yeah.
Trying to remember. I think it was a 3S. Yeah.
That's
Right, cool. You can just sort of loop that around. Normally you use a rubber band, but
well, just for looks.
Marcel says I just put the TVS wing, the all-in-one they came out with it recently, into his Atom RC Dolphin.
Oh, Dolphin, yeah.
On the 6S. Oh wow, okay. And then you TVS analog, the 2-watt one.
Just came out.
Crossfire, yeah, nice. Yeah, that should be really good. Are you going to use a directional antenna for that? The He-Wing Hunter, that's the one, is the 2S. And he's got 2 of them, because one's never enough, right?
One analog, one digital.
04.
Yeah. Hasn't flown that one yet.
This weekend, okay, so crunch time this weekend, nice. That's something exciting. Have you
or
done
flight time this weekend, not crunch time, that would be sad.
Oh yeah, sure. Did you do the, are you using a flight controller for both of those, or are you just going to go old school? There's no wrong answer for that. And if so, did you use a slightly different tune for both? It's got true RC antennas all day. Okay, yeah, no, they're good stuff. Yeah. Which antennas do we use to like?
Just what you can find. It's always one of those things that I can use. What can you get? What's available?
I think currently for a long range to it, we've got what are they called? What's that? It's like a
I think for short range we have Menace RC.
Yeah.
And for long range, what do they call it? It's got like a. It'll come to me later on. It's got a picture of a little plane. I don't know. I can't remember.
I can't remember. He says that both are manual, so your PWM, and no flight control, just express LRS PWM receivers. Nice. Fair enough. That's pretty cool. Keep it simple.
Yeah, quicker to get in there.
Yeah, it takes the hassle out. Like, you know, with flight controls is cool in the end result, but it's a long, slow.
Yeah, this one's got a flight controller in, right? We weren't planning to put a flight controller in initially, but that's just how it is. Well, I think how the build went.
Yeah, well, AV came on board, so
that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Situation changed. So I think you can see it there. Yeah, you can see it.
I can bring it up closer again.
Yeah, I'll bring them up closer to you guys.
Just trying to get this stuff out. Then we can. Yes, I got it.
Nice. Okay, so this is what we're dealing with, guys.
Yeah, I got it. Nice.
This is the guy that we're talking about. So he has a CUAV, was it a 7 nano flight control flash with ardupilot, and it's got a GPS obviously and an airspeed sensor. But the interesting thing about this one is obviously unique airframe design. It's based on the our inspiration came from and design from it came from Crimson Skies, the video game, and it has 2. Coaxial drone motors on the back there, which makes it quite interesting.
Yeah. So
and at the moment we're working on the landing gear because it's going to need probably a runway takeoff rather than a catapult takeoff.
With the fin down the bottom.
And we want it to be steerable, and we want it to have some kind of suspension, which seems to be our Achilles heel on our grass runway takeoff.
Which is hence the reason why we made a bigger wheel. Normally our little planes, our jets and those sorts of things, have little dinky wheels, but we always usually that's where the fault comes when we go to take off.
And I think you can download the file for the wheel. I think because someone asked for it.
I think
so
maybe
you can download it on
Danzilla,
and it's on our Patreon page.
Oh yeah,
so
the files.
If you'd like to see
more of that sort of stuff,
more of that sort of thing, you can leave a comment if you'd like to see that kind of thing, and if you'd like to maybe even possibly that front part, suspension part, and the
legs.
This part is the design as well for the rear. It's up to you. You guys can
it's-
leave a comment.
Yep. Marcel says Falcon Red and Marcel have the He-Wing Hunter planes, and now we both have the Atom RC Penguin.
Cool names, by the way.
Yeah, with FC and 04 Pro for some long-range action this spring.
Nice. They all got sorted.
He says the GPS for that is giant. Mine, his weighs 3 grams. Yeah, nice. That thing's gonna fly fast. Right on. Yeah, nice.
Probably one motor, since it runs on 6S, is probably enough. But we've got
two is
two
better.
motors. Two's always better than one.
Two's always better.
And obviously, because it's coaxial, you don't have to worry about the torque of the propeller, if that's ever going to be an issue.
At the low speed. Yeah.
Well, it's not going to be going into slowly.
No, but
You're flat out.
along the runway. Yeah. Is our Arkley's heel for planes, it seems.
Yeah,
because
not so much the flight aspect.
No, not that part. That's fine.
It's getting into the air, because we don't have what we need to do is make like our own runway, right?
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Maybe one
Do
day.
like our own steamroller out and just roll it.
Steamroll it.
Can't seal that bad boy.
But yes, no, that's not an option for us. Even our jet up there on the roof, he is one of those ones where every single crash. Well, there was only one other crash where
You got an airspeed swap one time.
got an airspeed.
That was a live stream, was it?
Yeah, might have
But
been.
99.9% of the time, it is all our dilemma all happens on the takeoff
Yeah, it seems to be.
from the runway. Yeah.
But yeah, that's good. So we'll put this little guy in, and then we need a rod, don't we? We need a Dowling.
Yeah. Carbon tube or something.
Huh? You want
Yeah.
carbon tube, or do you want?
Yeah, I think so. I've never seen a plane with 2 motors and a prop like that before. Where did you get that idea? Oh, okay. So it came from there's a video game that
I don't know if other people played it, but we did.
well, that was like our favorite simulator game.
Yeah.
There's one other one that we did, but it was that other one and Crimson Skies, which is what that design is based on.
Crimson Skies. Yes.
But yeah, really iconic. It also has you can hold it up here and show the inverted rudder,
Yeah.
Which
So
is-
that's what. Yeah. But
which is quite a unique.
but then everything else was our sculpting and
Yeah,
but,
it's inspired from.
inspired. But yeah. What did they have on the back of the airplane? Was it on the front? On their one?
Which part?
On the coaxial.
It has 2 motors, but not drone motors.
Oh yeah.
It has 2 motors with a drive shaft.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
drive
yeah,
shaft
drive
inside
shaft.
of a drive shaft.
But yes. So that's what we're doing. So, and if you look underneath, you can see that's what we're fitting. We're going to fit the wheels, and it's got an airspeed sensor at the front. This airspeed sensor is rated for, is it negative?
It's designed for rain as well, that one.
Rain
And desert.
and desert terrain. So it is the ultimate airspeed sensors. And we've never actually used an airspeed sensor, so that will be interesting. You know, it's always good to push our limits too, which is hence the reason why we want to make this one.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So I think there's a startup routine, isn't there, for airspeed sensors?
We'll be running ardupilot on this one, and I think you put your finger over the end when you plug the battery in.
And we have
We'll
actually,
find out.
on the episode series, I think we have actually flashed that flight controller. And we did the GPS stuff. as
Yeah,
well.
so at the moment on that guy, on the electronic side, on the last live stream, we were wiring up a UBEC live.
Because this particular flight controller, like all of them, are slightly different from each other, and it requires its own individual external power supply for the servos
Yes.
and the airspeed sensor.
So we could also test that on this live stream too if we get up to that stage. But ideally get the wheels on, that way we can move the 3D printing filament that's sitting underneath it that we need to start using out, and it can be held by the wheels now.
And he notes that the I guess your aluminium square, I guess, is on. What do you call it?
Framing?
Framing, yeah. It's a little inefficient. Yeah, it's at the moment it's just semi-permanent. There's only hot glue holding on there. It's full booked at the moment. So we.
Oh, you're talking about at the back with the motor?
Yeah, this is what we're talking about. By the way, it's all
Oh yeah.
what Marcel's talking about.
What we think he's thinking.
Yeah, he's talking about that part there. He's talking about this part here.
Oh, yeah.
which is this part here. I think that's what you're talking about. It's a little inefficient because obviously propeller spins, and it will obviously both motors in fact go that direction.
Yeah. Otherwise it'd be a very short flight.
But yeah, at the moment it's only held on with hot glue, so that's not going to be permanent.
Epoxy or something.
So that will need to be done properly. Whether we add a more efficient, like a, you know, even maybe a 3D print or something to add like an edge to it. Of course.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But of course, you still have
Oh, you mean aerodynamics on the front of it?
That's what you're talking about there, right? But at the same time, it's very minimal, just a bit of hot glue change for a proper glue, right?
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
So a bit more permanent.
Yeah, maybe a bit more aerodynamics on it. Yeah, it could be an idea. Or we can change that, the back part to...
Or just leave it and see what happens.
Yeah. Anyway, that's plane designing for you. Yeah. So yeah, so
it doesn't. When we have spun it up on the bench, it doesn't seem to add any noise or anything. So it might be fine.
Yeah, could be. What do you think, doweling, or do you want to go carbon?
Right. So you're working on the. This is what we're working on. So. In the real one, there'll be a rubber band. I just use elastic at the moment, and then you've got that sort of bend motion there. That's what we've been doing. So there you go.
So that's looking
You
good.
can bring it close to the camera so you can
Right.
see. But yeah, that's the idea.
So yeah, that's what we've been designing.
And that's the front
Nose wheel.
nose wheel. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. Which way do you think would be back? I guess it'd be forward to the front, right?
What's it?
Like that would it be?
Yeah, I'd say it'd be fun, mate.
Okay, so what we want is we want the articulation to obviously hold the aircraft, so you don't want it to just drop down.
So you need enough rubber
So you need enough rubber band power to hold the whole aircraft out. And then also on top of that, you want, because it's got the inverted rudder and we're not steering with this rudder, what we want is the ability to be able to steer it with that rear rudder. So effectively it's like free wheeling in the air, but we don't want it, we've got a blocker on it,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. On this section here, hopefully you can see it. Did you guys see it? There. You see that little slot in the front there? That's in order to stop it from rotating. So say example, plane's here and it's all going good on landing or takeoff, and then all of a sudden if you didn't have that, it would be like that.
Oh yeah,
So bad news. So we put a guide blocker on it to hopefully stop that from happening.
Architecture says it's a tough design. There is a plane that has a tail attached to the motor. Let me have a look. And it says, have you seen the VCL Dove FPV fixed wing? We could bring it up on screen. I don't know. I don't think I've seen that one.
So no.
The shaft and motor is the carbon spar for the tail. Nice. We'll bring it up on screen. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's a good idea. Then we can all. Haven't seen this one. Sounds interesting. VCI Dove. There you go.
Fine.
FPV fixed wing plane. Got it? Must be this one. Let's go and jump over. Let's have a look. Maybe I clicked the wrong button. Hang on. It's just that's the wrong one. There you go. There's Richard again. That's me. No, hang on.
Yeah,
Oh, the camera's over there, right? Yeah. So it's just going to see me at the bottom. The shaft of the spar is carbon spar for the tail. It's an affordable one too, and great little plane.
Yeah, because he's got the propeller at the back, right? Behind that one.
Shelby Vol used to fly it a bunch. Nice. What's it look like?
It's got the propeller just behind the wing and then the lower spars underneath it.
It's quite an efficient one then.
It would be, yeah.
Is it a pusher?
Yeah. Well, mid plane pusher. Yeah.
Mid plane. Like it's just like a mid engine.
Mid engine car.
Is that what you call it? A mid engine?
Yeah.
No, that's cool. I think this is the one we're talking about. Maybe it is. But we're going to say it is. Yeah, it says so. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Very cool, man. Yeah. It's an interesting design. It's kind of a T-tail, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
Design. Yeah, nice. Good to see. Okay, we're gonna jump back over. Or are you gonna jump? Oh yeah, we're all good. Yep. Okay. All right. I'm gonna put this one on. What do you reckon? Do you want to like sand that one down? You can bring the sand. What we got here?
I got it.
Because we want it tight, but not that tight. Otherwise, it won't go to turn.
Do it.
Maybe you could do that with a similar idea, like a mid-engine kind of plane. We'll write it down. We'll put it on the list. Have you got a pencil? Where's my pencil? I had it a second.
Mid-engine.
Everything disappears when you're in the shop. I don't know why. It's a. Oh, there you go. There's another pencil.
Mid-engine.
Mid-engine.
That's what we're calling it, right?
Mid-engine plane. Yeah, I made the list. Nice. How are we going? Is it needing some power, is it?
Yeah. Just to put it on.
Just in case. You never know. Nice.
Yes.
Hey, Scooby-Doo joined. Oh, cheers, man. Nice. There you go. What a cool name. All right. Okay, what do you reckon? Do you want to go carbon or do you want to go this one? If you go carbon, what we could do is we could go on with the drill and loosen that up a bit. So we get a bit more spinning action. What do you reckon?
Yeah, whatever works. Unless the carbon's going to be annoying in terms of like to be able to put the bolt in. Is it a better fit overall, is it?
Oh, you try. Yeah, look. I think it'll be good. Be fine. Just need to just put a little bit more of a drill.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'll do
Then
that.
you try that one. Otherwise,
Yeah, that's right. We'll just start with
let's go with the carbon.
whatever's hot and fresh.
Whatever's hot and fresh. It's the one. Yeah, be good.
Yeah, I'll just
Let's go ahead and bring the drill bit over, and then we'll just drill that.
yes, Capitan.
But yes, we don't want the fitting too small, so we always make it a little bit smaller when we do our 3D designs. Also shrinkage. There you go. But in this case, it's a good thing. We want it nice and snug, but not too snug. But yes, hope you guys are all having a great week, and we appreciate you all tuning in, past, present, and future. At the start of this live stream, we were checking out the giant 3D printed drone, and on a
That
previous
was the episode this week.
Oh, that was the episode this week, yes. So you're welcome to check that out too. But on this live stream, we were checking out the rigging harness that we cut out on a previous live stream
For that guy.
For that guy, yes.
Because he's taking up too much of the shop.
So before where we're sitting, you couldn't actually get in here because he's just too big. He takes up the whole shop. So we needed a bit more space. So we made something to, I guess you'd say, hammock him to the roof, I guess.
You could say that?
Yeah.
You could say that.
But yes, hope you guys are having a great week and working on cool projects.
I didn't do that with my hand, did I?
Nope. There you go. Safety first.
Not me. Right.
It should be an interesting one to fly. An interesting one. Do you think you'll put FPV on it, Richard?
What do you think? Should
What do you guys reckon?
And if so, where should we mount it?
That's a good question. The cockpit we added is multicolor printing, so it's got clear.
How wiggly does it need to be?
What?
Food? That's
Nate's joined us on the stream. Thanks, man. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it very
Awesome.
much. And
we got your messages, so cheers.
oh, earlier today, yeah, nice. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Nice. So,
some messages there.
you guys twins? Yes, yes, we are. Yes.
Should I do it tighter or just leave it firm? Rather than like, don't want it to be like a
Ballerina.
I was thinking more like a office chair.
Swivel.
Yeah.
But yes, we would need.
Cheers,
bigger-
man. Thanks for liking the stuff.
Yeah,
Means a lot. Awesome.
it does. Yeah. Definitely. So yeah, so far that's what we're. It will be a proper rubber band when we do it properly, but we just couldn't find one in the shop at the moment. So yeah, so far that we have a swivel here, and we'll put a pin. We need to do that. We'll put the bolt in. I guess there's a little recap. We'll put the bolt in for here, and And what else is there? And then what else we
Obviously,
do?
it's not going to be that height.
No, the plane won't be that high, won't be like that. But yes. So there you go. And we'll have a swivel. So that way it's got suspension and we'll have rotation.
Awesome, dude.
No.
Cheers.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Yeah,
Nice. And yeah, so what we'll do is we'll put that in there like that. Maybe with a bit more, we'll drill this side a bit more. And we'll put a pin into that little slot there, if you can see. There's a little slot there that we designed.
yeah. And that's just to stop it instead of
Rotating.
going 90 degrees on landing.
Yeah, so it'll have like a little bit of rotation,
But not so much that's going to
yeah,
be catastrophic.
yeah, that's the one. So yeah, so
So did you want me to loosen it up a bit, or?
yeah, this side up, I think.
Okay.
This side's a little bit better, and that side we could just do that one a little bit more, just a little bit more.
Yeah, so at the beginning of the stream, we were looking at the big 3D printed drone.
Yes, we were having a look at that, and we were looking at the rig that we made on a previous live stream. So we see some of the dudes. I guess, do you want to do another? Do you go back? Do that?
What's that?
Oh, I guess we'll bring out that. Come on. So yeah, on the previous part of the stream,
Hang on.
this is the guy that we're working on at the moment.
Blown out the window.
Yeah, so yeah, that's that guy that we're working on, the
That's
Coaxial
the current
design.
project, yeah. And for this live stream.
On this live stream. But yes, we're working where the main episodes are, where we mainly designed it was on our normal episodes on YouTube, but we have added a bit of it on. We're doing the landing gear on live stream.
Yeah. And did you want to go back to that? We can come back to that. Did you want to go back?
I guess we could we? Could we change the camera?
Why not? Let's make an exception. Okay.
Yeah, Nate asked.
We've got a request. All right.
Yeah, we've got a request. Why not?
there you go.
We'll just have another little look at it since Nate asked before. We thought we would. But yes, so far so good.
Yeah, so I just have to grab that light, otherwise we won't see anything.
Yeah, ring light. Okay, so when Rich is rigged up, he's not quite rigged up yet, but we'll show you the big, possibly the world's largest 3D printed
Drone?
heavy lift drone.
Heavy lift, yeah.
And yeah, he's even bigger. So yeah, on a previous live stream, we were making the rigging to mount this guy out of the way, otherwise it will take up the whole shop. So it was becoming a bit of an issue. So we made this as another hidden away in a different part of the shop that you normally don't see.
Yeah, you're all good.
You got the camera up?
Yeah.
And we'll just show this. So yeah, we just swap over up a little bit better, a little bit higher. So there you go, that's the middle part of this guy. And yeah, he's all been rigged up and he's sitting there happily. But yes, he's so large that he can't actually fit on our trailer. So we had to borrow some nice person let us borrow their one, which was very cool to put him on. And Nate says you should show some more freestyle flights. Oh yeah, nice. Like fly on your shorts with some with one of your drones, with drones and drones. Yes. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. We could do some more of that, Richard.
Yeah, we did quite a lot. We did quite a lot of flights on the live stream, didn't we?
Yes.
So we could do
on previous live streams, we've done a lot of live flights, and yeah, we could. We've got some plans in the pipeline, so stick around for that. Coming up, yes, we'll swap cameras, Richard. So you're good.
Okay.
So yes, so you'll be seeing that.
Actually quite shortly too.
Yeah, very shortly. So there you go. It's coming up. Some new projects coming through. But yes, it's always good to fly. It's always good to get out there. I think everybody should go flying. Yeah, it's cool. I think that since the dawn of time, I think a man and a woman have tried to fly. So it's a good one. Nate says he's a content creator. Nice, man, nice. Well, are you on YouTube or on something else on the platform? Either way, we'll check it out.
Many different platforms.
Yes, there's thousands these days. So.
Like at the moment, we're streaming live on TikTok and YouTube at the same time.
Yeah, we like to mix it up.
Gotta mix it up, bro.
He's a small content creator, perhaps on YouTube. Maybe. Yes, either way, it's really cool.
What kind of stuff do you do, dude?
YouTube, nice. Yeah, cool. Oh, we'll this channel, nice. Oh, we'll check it out after the live stream, for sure. That's always good. Always good to see what other people are making or creating.
Or flying.
I do simulators, nice. Simulators are cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
And yes, there you go. That's what we're making at the moment on this live stream. So far so good.
Okay.
Maybe you could comment. Oh yeah, give our comments and the thoughts. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, of course.
No worries.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, that's what's happening. And we just need the height of this guy, and then we'll cut the carbon to fit, and then we'll be away laughing. So the idea of this one was the first design for the wheels. So this one will be, this is the one, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to try and get his hands on a drone. What kind of drone?
Oh,
Are
yeah.
we talking Mavic? Or are we talking freestyle drone racing?
No, there's many out there.
Or heavy lift or something?
Nice.
Thanks for joining in on the live stream.
Thanks very much. Yes, we're multi-streaming. Is that what you call it? Multi-streaming? We often
a
multi-stream.
Tiny Hawk 2 drone racing. Nice.
Nice,
Wow,
Tiny
very
Hawk.
cool. Nice.
Nice.
Just a tiny little whoops are good fun.
I think there's a Tiny Hawk. Let's have a look. Just go and look at it. Pretty
Tiny
sure.
Hawk 2.
Pretty sure. I think the one that we're thinking was a little tiny whoop, but it might not be. So we're going to cut that. We'll go and cut this carbon in a second, and then we'll just have a look at this Tiny Hawk 2. Nice.
Oh yeah.
It is a tiny whoop, eh?
Yes, tiny.
Is it? Hang on, we'll just bring over Tiny Hawk. Oh yeah. Nice. So yeah, we often fly on live stream. What have we been flying? The Mobilis 7. Yes. Emax. It is that one, Richard.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah,
very
good.
cool.
Yeah, it looks good. Inverted props. Yeah, nice.
Inverted props. Cool. So it's kind of like our. There's Richard again. Hang on. There you go. You're all good. It's kind of like our Cine Whoop. Maybe Richard can grab the Cine Whoop. Have a look. For its upside down design, it is a Parvo 25 V2. It's 4S, that one. That's a cool one. I think the first day we flew that one, we were flying it in a.
This was made in flight, wasn't it?
It was made in flight. Was in a roller hockey game, so we were flying it
Of a live game.
in a live game.
That's okay.
Yeah, so it's a downward-facing props. That's what reminded me. The racing drone version, nice. Yeah, it's all good, man. So this is a downward-facing one. To see what's happening. There you go.
Yep.
Nice.
Good stuff.
It's all good to see what other people are doing. Planes, drones, boats. It's all good. We haven't. Have we done really anything to do with our original cars? We've done RC cars, sure. But maybe we could do some more. Who knows? It's always something we wanted to do with planes and those sorts of things. Was always put a camera on it, but that didn't exist when we started.
It does now, though.
My likes are coming in. Nice.
Cheers.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So what do we need to do to finish this bad boy off?
So we need to cut this carbon, and we need to little tap it, and we need to put a bolt in it. So that part's all sussed out, and we need to get it the right height. So in that part,
So
there,
is that not the right height? Huh? It should be pretty close, isn't it?
Yeah, you're just going to cut it the right height.
Yeah.
How are we going to do that?
Or is it not? Is it too high?
No, just going to cut it and then
Just
cut it
have
again.
like a she'll be right attitude.
She'll be right attitude. You got a pencil?
Done.
Yes. Thanks for the
Thanks
light.
for the lights, guys.
Okay, cool.
And how are we doing anyway?
Yeah. Hope you guys had a great week. We had a very full-on.
Yeah, so if you later on in the live stream, we're gonna be sort of giving you a sort of sneak peek on what's to come on Tuesday's episode for YouTube. So stick around for that. Should be pretty good.
Should be good, eh?
So what up here today? Yeah.
Yeah, just try and get the same.
Up there.
Hey?
Up there. Because you're going to cut it, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Is that pencil okay?
Come through. You see it?
Not really, need a bit of pencil, I think. Nate says, or I'm gonna get like the other version of the Tony Hawk 2, and it's metal, and a racing drone kind of like the ones that you have on the wall behind you. Oh, okay.
Oh, like a 5-inch.
Like a 5-inch drone. So behind us we've got the KD7, which is hiding behind the resin printer.
That's the cine lifter.
Cine lifter design. It's an English design, which is pretty cool. And then behind my head, this is a which frame's that one?
It's a schizo frame.
Schizo frame.
That is a ardupilot racer.
Yep. And
then we've also got the KiwiFil, which is a 5-inch
standard frame.
Standard.
No, beta flight.
Design. Old school coaster.
Yeah. So yeah.
Something like that. And Happy RC joins us, so thanks very much for joining in, dude.
Missed the notification. Oh no.
That's okay.
It's so good, brother. Thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate
It's
it.
the effort.
Yeah. Might be a smaller version. Yeah, it's all good,
So
man.
something around maybe like a 3-inch, something like that. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe 4-inch. Nice. Sweet.
What's the main differences with it? Say the 5 and the 4 and the 3. Power, I guess.
Power. Yeah. Also,
Size, obviously.
Size, it depends on where you are in the world. It could be, I know in some countries they have like major restrictions, like 250 grams or something like that. That could be it. Or you could be flying inside, which you wouldn't, so you wouldn't fly the big 3D printed drone through the house with you. No, so there you go.
If you need an extra large trailer to carry it, then definitely not.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to cut that to your length, which do you reckon you can measure that up?
Nice.
And then we'll cut this, and then
What do
you think?
That looks pretty good to me.
Pretty good.
I mean, a she'll be right attitude.
Always gets
It
you.
always gets you there.
Gets
That's what gets the girls, right?
That's
she'll be right.
She'll be right. Okay, cool.
I cut it.
Cut it there.
All right.
So change cameras over?
Camera's just there.
Okay, I'll just move that camera. Yeah.
Okay. Camera moving time.
So yes, we're making quite good progress on the stream so far. And hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Make some noise, as the guys on the radios say.
Nice.
Make some noise by, I guess, the only real way of doing that would be giving likes, I guess.
I guess it would be.
I guess it would be like
Send the likes. Make some
send
noise.
the likes. Send the
One.
likes. Is that, yeah. There you go. Otherwise, sometimes we don't really know if the live stream is going through or not. But hang on, we'll just change the camera over.
It's quite a good indicator to see if the live stream's actually working.
That's true. Yeah, there you go. That's Richard on the other side of the shop. Happy RC says 110%, and lots of thumbs up and all that good stuff. Thanks, man. They says like they can fly as high as I like in 1 mile or so, maybe more. Nice. I heard they have like 200 in the racing drones and like able to fly high, but it's like 40 miles. Yes. So range and restrictions are always the thing. Depends on the gear that you've got on it. So like the receiver has a big deal to it, and also the FPV setup. If you're using digital or you're using analog, they all have their merits and all have their distance that they can work at.
That's right. And on one of the live streams, we chatted with a professional, a professional DRL pilot for the Drone Racing League.
Yeah, on a recent one, Melvin
Riviera.
Yeah,
so it's pretty cool.
He was talking a bit about the long range stuff. And also the other person that does the long range, who we were just talking about on this live stream, we were just talking about Marcel, and he does quite a little bit of long range.
And he goes by the name Avatar as off-axis.
Off-axis, yes, he does quite a bit of that. Very cool. We entered in as a long range world competition, or long range competition, which was pretty cool. It was very nice to be asked. Happy RC says, man, you guys are getting some good production quality these days. Nice mics. Now great lighting. Impressive. Thanks, man. Yeah, we're getting there slowly.
Slowly but surely, right?
Nate asks, what's your fastest drone that we have?
I like these ideas because it's literally how we're thinking. We're having a discussion about this yesterday.
Yeah. So
Okay.
good question, and that'll make the listing. So yeah, fastest drone.
So we don't. The max fastest that we've been currently is about 180 kilometers an hour, and that was behind. We were trying to chase our EDF jet at the same time, but of course it couldn't keep up because the jet whole cruise speed is like so around like what 200.
Yes.
210, something like that, 210 kilometers an hour.
Which is okay when you're flying it, but it's when you want to get that footage. What we were trying to do on that episode. So
It's all on the channel when we did it.
Yeah,
it's one of the earlier ones. But we caught it perfectly on the landing, right?
Yeah.
So the drone was right behind it
Yeah.
on landing, but of course, it's
One
right
of
on
our-
stall speed.
Which is talking about one of our original episodes on YouTube. We did one of those.
But yeah, so 180 kilometers an hour, and then But let's go faster.
Yeah, we could go faster.
Any ideas about how we should approach that dilemma? Going, like sort of in 200, 300, or like now they're sort of punching it like what 400,
Yeah,
and then miles per hour and stuff.
It's
like
also one of those things you don't want to do what somebody else has already done. You want to do something different, a different way of approaching it too.
that. Suggestions, send them in.
Yeah, send them in. Happy says, I would warn you not to try long range. It becomes very addictive. I love doing long range stuff, but I never tell anyone how far I go, just for me and just for fun. Yes, absolutely. Nice. Oh, are we changing back cameras?
Yeah.
Changing back cameras. Okay. Whoa. Yes, here we're back. Here we are. Hang on. How'd that go, Richard? Was that all right?
It's so far so good, yeah.
Yes. No. Been very busy this week. And long range, have we done too much long range, Richard? Just mainly for that competition, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But we do have some long range gear. But we have done long range testing.
Yeah, for like VTXs and things like that. Right?
BTXs, so they were a couple of kilometers. But that was testing stuff, so that's always a bit different. There's also, Horatio says, he's joined the stream. Thanks very much for tuning in. Happy says, best way to go fast with small motors, full throttle for 5 minutes and then let free fall. Yes, that's cool, man. Well, that's the fastest way, isn't it? Or what you could do is do like the birds of prey do. They glide up, spend like an hour going upwards, and then they just drop their wings and go straight in.
And Zanzilla's just
And
joining
then
us.
add the power.
So thanks very much for joining, dude.
Yeah, nice. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Thanks for all you guys. Send a thumbs up.
Yeah,
So if you're enjoying the stream,
we're multi-streaming at the moment. We are on Twitch. Oh, no, we are on TikTok and we're on YouTube. Yeah, there you go. So different experiences for both. We always like to have
and
it.
so send your thumbs up, and everybody, I think, is behaving themselves more or less
for this test.
So on the if you just joined, what have they missed out on?
Okay, so so far on the stream, for a little recap for everyone, we have looked at the big giant 3D printed drone, possibly the world's largest. We're getting that
Hopefully confirmed.
hopefully confirmed, fingers crossed, from the Guinness World Record people. So fingers crossed on that. And we were looking at the rigging that we made on a previous live stream to move that guy so we can work in the shop on other projects.
Yep, and it's working all good. So you can remember after the live stream, you can scrub back and have a look at it. It'll still be there visible.
Yes.
And so that's what we've been doing. So we looked at the episode, broke it down, and now we've continued on with the Coaxial concept RC aircraft that we've been working on for this series, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can install it on this one. So this is where we're at.
Yeah, there you go. So that was a bit of a recap. We have put a temporary rubber band in, but so far the wheel has got a bit of suspension, and we have the hub has all been cleared out and ready to go, and that's got a little what do you call it, routering on it, so that way it can only go 45, maybe 20 degrees axis, So when on landing, it won't just wonk to the side or something like
Yeah,
that.
90 degrees and then snap.
Yeah.
So we don't want that.
No. There you go.
It's got enough problems as it is.
Yeah. Hopefully, Danzilla had a great week and got up to something exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed. What'd you get up to?
There you go. Okay, so we'll just pop these ones in.
Okay.
There you go, it's working. So we're just using a little carbon rod.
Yeah. And what you're going to put the top on. How are you going to attach it to that guy over there? You're just going to put some screws, some glue.
Glue and screw.
Nice work, fellas. Cheers, man.
Ta-da! It's kind of like a, what does that look like?
It kind of looks like an antenna, don't you think? I was thinking like a menace antenna at the top.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like this. I'll show you. This is what it reminds me of.
So it reminds me of.
Don't you think they look similar?
Yeah. So we just need to tap this guy, put a bolt in him, little screw will go on there, and then we need to effectively start gluing and screwing the bolts back on the guy.
Yeah. It'd be good to get them attached, right?
Yeah, for sure.
As a goal.
Dan says that my 7-inch, cool, nice,
Which
good
is
size.
6S at, is it, yeah, 100 kV T motors. And it cruises at 100 miles per hour.
Kilometers an hour.
I wanted to make it faster.
Can't remember the tops, but some dives in over 200. Yeah, for sure, it would be.
It's cool, man.
Eats up those mountains.
Does that have a flight control or you just PWM old school in it?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
it's cool either way. It's cool.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, 200. Sweet. That's pretty. That's hopping.
You can certainly go quicker on wings, right?
I think so. Yeah. Could you go
7-inch. Okay, so it's interesting you mentioned that because these guys here, they are 7-inch props, and they're a 1300 kV each.
Are they 13?
Yeah, 13.
What? These are 13. Oh,
2807s.
so 1300
X-rated.
kV, and what's he got? 1500. Sweet. That's quick though, eh?
It's really moving there.
That's moving. It's
So if
hopping.
you're getting like, interesting.
So it just depends on the weight and all that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Nice. Faster the better. When you get into that, then what you want to do is have it so you don't get into that speed wobble. Yeah, which happens when I'm sometimes riding the one wheel. You get into the speed wobble.
Skateboard
one wheel.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's a beta flight
Oh, so it's a drone we're talking about.
with a DJI 03 GoPro. Okay, 700,
Wow. That's hopping.
7,000 milliamp hour LiPo, high voltage. Okay, wow, that'd be really good. You've quite a high punch then, right?
Yeah. 1.5 kgs. Full up weight. Nice.
Running on the lithium ion. Yeah, that makes sense.
I need to do a speed test on my Vapor D5, but I've
Seen 112 miles per hour on the level. Just cruise around on lithium ion. What sort of a lithium ion pack do you have there, Happy?
Well, did you make it yourself? That's something we've never done. We haven't made a lithium ion pack. We have the
We do have the tool.
we do have the tools, but I've never tried yet. And we always seem to be busy making something else. But maybe we could do it on Livestream or something. Yeah. If you want to see that sort of thing.
Yeah, there's the tools there.
Yeah, we got one sitting there. Okay. So I think we got the height right.
What's the best approach, guys? Do you have any suggestions for making a lithium ion pack?
Take your time. Do it right.
No, I was just meaning, for us.
Oh.
Any suggestions for us
Oh,
to
well,
make
since we
it?
haven't done one, yeah. Okay, so we need.
Thanks for joining in, guys.
Yep. And we need to put a screw bolt here, and we're going to glue it into here. Is it the plane? Glue into here, and then this one rotates.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
And Nate asked if the propellers spin on that big plane yet. They spin with a tester. So yes, they certainly do spin.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they do spin the
Oh,
correct.
previous episode, one of the previous episodes, we were spinning it. You sure?
Yeah. We haven't tested it with the flight control yet. There's a couple of things to tick off. One of them being we're going to get the servos sorted first.
Yeah, we got to do the servos.
So yeah, we're ticking those off. We will get there. I've been tempted to build one of those, apparently. Speed record type builds. Are we talking about the drones you're talking about?
Or are we talking about like speed making? I don't think that's
speed climbing. Happy House says, I've been testing some ion packs, on various aircraft and starting to use them on EDF jets to double the normal flight time.
There's a lighter too, aren't there?
He's got a buddy that does the skill set. He's got to mix them up. Nice.
Lithium ions he's got in his radio. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did have a lithium ion pack that ran in the Kapari, but we blew it up. It kind of cut the propeller and shorted itself on takeoff.
That was a 5,000 milliamp hour. It was only 5C though, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter. It didn't care that it got cut in half, did it? It just didn't work anymore.
No, it just stopped. It didn't blow up or anything. That was the end of it. But now it runs on a LiPo. So yeah, that's one thing that we have to do, is get that catapult out for that.
And Dan Zilla says he's talking about the drone that goes super, super quick. It basically looks like a rocket. A rocket ship. Basically something out of Tintin, really, mate.
Cool to break records, yeah, no.
Yeah, they're cool looking aircraft. Yeah.
It's interesting, there are other type of lithium ion batteries out there. I know there was I'm not sure which company was doing it, and they were using, it was a lithium arlene battery? I'm not sure exactly the official name. Do you want it?
Yeah, the screw.
Oh, yeah. But you just need like a normal tap screw, like a tap in. Yeah, and they could get really long flight times, like 12 hours, on just instead of the standard say 45 minutes flight time. You can get 12 hours flight time. So hopefully in the future, that'll become something. Yeah,
it would be quite fun to
something that we could buy at the shop.
It would be quite fun to make those things, like break those massive records.
Oh yeah. It's just one of those things where the motor would have to be wound. If you get custom windings, I think you'd want custom windings. What else would you want? The right type rig to do it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then just a whole lot of confidence.
And go for it. Who would win in an arm wrestle?
An arm wrestling match, Harry or Richard? You said I didn't read arm wrestling. I read
wrestling match.
I just say old school wrestling when they're like there, or like WWE wrestling. There's an interesting film you're talking about with Sylvester Stallone, and he's an arm wrestling champion.
Yeah, it was like truck driving and arm wrestling. Then he'd have like a
technique.
Yeah, because it's only his right arm. So he'd, because in America I don't know if people know that, but they drive on the wrong side of the road. So they could work. He could work the machine. He could get some
English.
What do you call it? Some weights. What is that when you're doing a workout?
You lost me.
A workout on his arm. They'd have a weight system on the roof of the truck.
Oh,
so he would do that. Yeah. There you go. So that was random. But yeah. Arm wrestling contest. I would say I would win. There's some packs out there. I have an eye on that's super hard to get. Nice. That's quite expensive.
Yeah, that's
Over the top. Yeah, that's the movie. Yeah, cool, nice. Very good.
Nice.
And he gets, I think at the end of it, he went to the truck.
Yeah, he gets the truck. Yeah. And he gets his, I think it's his son, is it?
Son back.
Son.
Yeah, it's cool.
There's cool music in that one.
Yeah, the tune's going in my head now. But yeah, that's a good one. And Sylvester Stallone was the man for that one.
Just for curiosity, can you hear, I just don't know about the volume test, can you hear our music coming through on this live stream?
Oh, you're just looking at the background?
Yeah, since we're talking about music. Have we got the volume quite right?
Because I know in the previous live stream it was a bit
We can only
quiet.
just hear it. Can you just hear it?
Should be not drowning us out, but just kind of in the background.
Just humming along there.
Instead of taking out the whirls and twirls of the modems and all that, the electronics.
Yeah.
Okay, so we better put this together. We need some epoxy. We need like a
screw. Got the epoxy? Yeah.
What kind of screw do you want? Do you want this kind of screw?
One that works.
A good one, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe this one. Yeah, over the top. It's good. Nice.
Yep, you can hear it. Oh, good.
Yes, maybe a tad loud. Oops, sorry. Hang on. We can fix that. Didn't mean to make it loud. It's just supposed to be in the background. And Dan says the levels are good on his end. How about now? They're better. I brought it down, but not too loud.
Just right, is it?
We just want, you know.
Like Goldilocks, right?
What's that?
Like Goldilocks.
Goldilocks. Yeah. Goldilocks. Never met a person called Goldilocks. But anyway, okay.
So I don't see any screws here.
Oh, this will do. I'll just drill it. I'll just tap it this way, and we'll put a M3 bolt. A
What
little
about
5
that?
mil.
Would that work?
Oh, we'll just use it.
Is that going to work? Just try that.
Oh yeah.
Small enough. There's 2 of them.
2 of them.
Would that work?
Yeah, it'll work. Yeah, it'll work.
Here you go.
Okay. Dan says, just watched a crazy 70s Aussie movie about a biker gang called Stone. Okay. Oh, I haven't seen that one. Yeah. Haven't seen that one. The American, Australian movie. Have you seen Kangaroo Jack? That's the only one. That's the one that, or what else is there? Crocodile.
Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, Crocodile Dundee.
Those are the ones that come when you say Aussie film.
Yeah.
But that's
Mad Max was an Australian.
Oh yeah, with Mel Gibson.
But I still think Crocodile Dundee and Kangaroo Jack is cooler. You know, it's just my opinion. But still. No, I haven't seen that one. But yes, if you're joining in the live stream, we are carrying on with this guy. And we'll put this bolt together.
Dan says, how far did you guys get on the landing gear build tonight? How far did we get? Well, it's semi-assembled,
and we just need to put this glue in.
and then hopefully we can start attaching it to the plane. That's the idea of the game.
Okay, so we'll put another jewel. Maybe get a small jewel bit for that, and we'll tap that. Tap it, and then maybe glue it in.
Where's the drill?
You had it a second ago. Oh, here it is. But yes,
Not that, yeah.
not that. It's a little bit big.
It's a bit big.
AP says just got home from being out of town for work. Now to charge batteries for an indoor flying tomorrow. Flew yesterday and was wind chill for like 12 degrees Fahrenheit. So indoor flying tomorrow. Wow, that's cold outside. Indoor flying, yes, that'd be cool. Have we ever done indoor flying?
This is RC indoor flying, or is it like drone indoor flying?
Oh, you mean drone plane? I guess we're
Both are
flying.
cool though.
Yeah. Okay, just put a little tap in. But yes, we're just making sure that the bottom of the carbon stays still. So tapping it now, and then once Richard's tapped that, we'll tap the top half of it. So you might have to put it on something, and then that way we still get the swivel action, but we don't get it coming off.
Is that going to be too big? Try that for the thread.
That should be
It's way too big.
way too big.
Don't want to wreck it.
No. So yes, that'd be quite good to get some of this landing gear done. I'm gonna bolt that one out. How are we getting on?
We've got the right drill now.
Got the right drill bit?
Alright.
There you go. How are you getting on? Did you make a mark?
Yes, I have a mark.
Okay. Well,
What's the top one going to do?
the same thing really. Just make a mark on it and then we'll fix that. Dan says, yeah, cold here in Canada. Last night got down to negative 24. Wow. What happens at negative 24? It's so cold. Man.
That's a good question. What happens? That's pretty cold.
Yeah.
Have we ever been at that sort of degrees of temperature?
Maybe when we went to the mountain once, probably. But not too often. You're just drilling that, Richard?
Just one side, right?
Yeah. And then we'll drill that, put that one in, put that side in, and then we can start putting the tail, the rear one. I kind of wanted to get at least the front nose wheel in, because that's kind of the tricky one, whereas the other ones aren't necessarily as hard. This is drilling carbon, so it's always a bit more tricky one. What happens at negative 24 degrees? Nothing happens then. Nothing works. Alright. Yes, I think even like on the farms would be a bit of an issue just to keep the water troughs operational for the animals. Just simple things like that. You'd have to have what? Like a heater, I guess?
Yeah, you would have to.
You have to go up, I suppose.
Probably. Can you grab a screwdriver? Little one?
Yeah, what kind? Fillet?
Yeah, little one. Okay.
Yeah, got one.
Sweet.
Yes, we're making some headway. Looking good. And what do you reckon? You use epoxy to fix that in position, and then we'll use a bolt, or do you want to just use a bolt fitting?
Hmm?
Do you want to just use the bolt to hold on to the carbon rod, or
You're talking about the top section?
what you're doing?
Bit of both, I guess.
It takes your breath away for sure. Coldest I've ever flown RC was
Dun dun. Taking his breath away.
coldest of flying RC was maybe -5 Fahrenheit. The batteries don't really last that long. Bad idea to try and punch the battery out. Oh, okay. Right. Maybe you could put a heater on it. Can you use one of those like hand warmers and maybe tape it to the side of the battery? I know battery cases. Sometimes when you're charging them, you can have that on there. Like a battery heater. But yeah, maybe you could, I think that may be a bit heavy, but you could put like one of those hand warmer things and tape it to the side of the battery. That might work. Don't last as long. Keep them inside your coat. Yeah, no. Has anybody tried that? Has anybody ever put like a battery,
like a warmer or something in it?
On the side of the battery to keep them while he's in flight? I'm sure somebody must have thought of it. Or maybe we just thought of that then.
Maybe we just invented something there.
Invented something else. Take that hand warmer around and say, that's nice.
Okay, so there you go. That's what we got for the. Oh, hang on. That's what we got for the first part.
So that's gonna fix it into position. Okay.
We could add some screw or
epoxy
or something. Yeah, it's already got screw. Sorry, epoxy later on if we need to.
Yeah, sure.
But you know, at this stage of the game, we don't need to.
Nope.
And then the top one's the part that goes on there. Let's see if this screw. Where's that other screw?
Right here.
Hopefully that works. We can use that.
And the idea will be is that this one should be a swivel a little bit, but not too much. So we put blockers so it shouldn't move too much.
That's the idea.
That's the plan. That's the plan, Sam. We don't know too many Sams. We know. How many do I know off the top of my head? Well, there's one.
You went to school with us, Sam.
So is that two?
We worked with us, Sam.
We did work with Sam. Nice person. Good person. At school, I'm not sure. I don't know what happened to them. You know, maybe. Professional manufacturing right there. Oh, thanks, man.
That screw might need to be a little bit longer, but it's not too bad. So here we go. So this is what we've got. This is what we're looking at. This is the wheel that's going on the front of the Coaxial concept RC aircraft. Here we go. So we've got suspension. Boing, boing.
The actual one will have a thicker rubber band, but for now.
Yeah, sure. And then so we've got that, and we also have the ability to turn, and also at the back, which is actually it's the back of it. has the ability to not turn too far. So if you can see what I mean. So it goes like that, and it can go like that, but it can't do a 360.
Yeah, because we don't want that.
So yeah, so that's when that screw at the top stops. So there we go. So it actually looks pretty cool.
Thanks.
So now we just need to attach that and
These fellas.
these guys. So I guess we could put a screw in these ones, hold them in,
Yeah. Tap it,
or at least have the ability to tap it, and then
and then we can mount it.
we can untap it if we need to.
Oh yeah, but now we can always put some epoxy in it. So. Actually, could go for some hotcakes about now. Yeah, nice. What is the difference between hotcakes and pancakes? Does anybody know out there?
Ones are hot.
Yeah, ones are hotter than the other
Ones
ones.
are the hot cakes.
It's in the name, Harry.
It's in that name, bruh.
But yes. Oh, nice. I think we had pancakes this morning. There you go. There you go. Yeah, that's what we did. Well, we didn't go to Denny's or anything like that. We just made our own. There you go. So, Richard's found some more swarf, did you?
Yeah.
No, typical. Not too much. But yes, it's coming along. And before you know it, we'll be able to mount these ones.
Feel good?
Yeah, I'll just go about a little pick or something to get it out.
Yeah. I think they're the same, just depends on where you live. Okay.
Oh, okay. It's a marketing kind of thing. Perhaps. Or maybe where you grew up.
It's like driving on the left side of the road and then not the right side, right?
There's the right side.
There's the right side,
and
and
there's
then
also the right side. Yes.
There's the wrong side,
No.
which is the right.
But yes.
No, it doesn't matter.
People are funny. They put the road around the wrong way around. It's okay.
We don't judge.
We
just
don't.
just get it wrong. You know? Take a left from your right. Actually, I've only actually driven a left-hand car once. It was quite an interesting experience.
On the wrong side of the road, you mean? You mean the wrong way around, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Steering was on the wrong side of the road for the current climate, basically. Hot cakes versus pancakes. You'll be okay. So hot cakes are
Same thing.
What about Pop-Tarts?
Yeah.
We're actually just at the moment we're just apparently talking about our favorite food group.
Yeah. There you go. And pizza. Always pizza. Okay, I'm good. You done with your one? There you go.
Heavy says 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 2 rights make a plane fly.
That should be good. Once this is all taken care of. Just a little bit down the bottom, but not too bad. How's yours going?
Yeah. Looking promising.
But yeah.
I thought I got all this stuff.
I know, I looked before. Pop-Tarts aren't so good, says Dan. Says Dan. Fair enough. I think I've only ever tried them once. There you go. Yes. But this plane will be cool. Looking forward to seeing this one in the air.
And yeah, so after this little section, we'll not too much longer now. We'll give you a sneak peek on what's to come on the episode that comes out on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
All going well for the edit.
All going well, yes.
We just finished filming it
this morning. So
yeah,
we go into editing
yeah,
phase.
editing phase for the next couple of days.
Pizza, the food of a pizza. I always remember you guys like pizza, yeah.
Yeah, it's
No,
common knowledge actually at our high school that we made our own pizzas for lunch.
Yeah, for sure. But we're talking many moons ago.
You got to be remembered for something, bruh.
Yeah. What else is? Pizza and soccer. Wasn't too many people that could beat us in that game.
No.
There's only one other player that could be better than us in his position, and still one of our
best friends.
Yeah, one of our best friends.
Nice, I got it. Sweet.
He may be even watching the live stream. Who knows? If he's not, my great. But yes, no, it's one of those things.
Okay, so yeah, so everything's looking quite good. We've got the suspension working now, and we've got the twist action. Steering's good. That's what we're looking at. Suspension. Very happy with that. That's good.
I'm quite happy with it. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're working on the back section. So there we go. That's fitting into the shaft now, this is what we've designed.
Yeah, your previous.
And you can also get the wheels now on Patreon page. We uploaded it for Dan's request. At Dan's request, we uploaded the wheels.
Got it. Yes.
And leave a comment if you would like to once obviously it's a finished result, but if you'd like to see this on our Patreon page, available to download.
Oh, you mean the hinge, the nose?
I mean the whole front nose or this section for the back.
Oh yeah.
If you'd like to see it, just leave a comment. We'll see what we can do when we get a bit of. I say chance of time.
Time is always
a
tricky,
precious commodity, right? Okay, so what do we do? You're going to add some insert screws into this?
Yeah, put one or two in. Yeah. Have you got some more screws like that?
No.
We don't.
Well, I was happy I found those screws.
Oh, okay. Otherwise, we could grab something else. We could put bolts through, whatever. Oh, you kind of just want it from one side, don't you?
What do you mean? And what do you want to like when you screw into the actual aircraft? I take it you're going to add screws, right?
Oh, I assume so. We'll add glue and screws on it. I was thinking these M3s, like this kind of thing. Go right through.
Oh yeah.
You might not be able to do it on the wings, but for the nose one, you should be able to. Pull like one either side.
Okay.
Happy says, we buy the H&R rubber bands too? Funny.
Yeah.
This is a signature range rubber band. Signature range. It's called wrap. What's that stuff? It's elastic bungee cord stuff. That's what it's all about.
That'd be alright.
Should do the job, I think. Doesn't have to go all the way through it, but you can tap it. Anything.
Yeah. Should be right.
We can add glue on properly later.
Okay.
But for now,
maybe bring the camera over there.
We'll change the camera angles and we'll drill that. Yeah, why not? That's a good idea.
Signature series rubber band. That's just silly. There's a film where I think it's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the second one that they did, and there's a guy called the Falcon, and he's like one of those guys that are like obsessed with like selling everything. So he's got like the breath of the Falcon, and he's blowing into a balloon trying to sell it. Yeah, interesting character. It's a subset character, right?
A subset character in the thing. Yeah. You're talking about the remake version, not the one with Jean-Claude Van Damme and all that.
No, the remake.
Their suits on that animatronic was quite good. Nate says he fell asleep and just woke back up. Oh, that's good, man.
Wow,
that's good. Why not? Welcome back.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, hang on. We'll jump over to that one. Nope. Hold on. There's that one. This one. There you go. So while you've been asleep there, Nate, we have been working on this nose wheel. I'll just bring it over so you can see from that camera angle. And add a bit more light. There you go. There you go. So that's so far what we've been achieved on this live stream. Yeah, I can see it. Right, you just carry on doing your thing. And so far what we've done is we've added this. And so far at the moment we've got swivel action at the top. And we have suspension. So yes, that is pretty good so far. So what we're doing at the moment is we are mounting the other side of the rear axle wheels. Rear axle wheels is what we're doing. FBRC says you fell asleep while we missed the maiden flight. What? Wait, what? And you flew something? Maybe. Let me check back. We should have scrubbed back, you see. Yeah, so far so good. We're making some good progress on this live stream, and it's always good when you get these parts made and looking good. That's what it's all about. Is there a particular technique for that, Richard? Probably. Is there a particular technique? No, not really. It's just It's she'll be right attitude and just go for it. That's the right way of doing it.
She'll be right, mate.
She'll be right, mate. That's what it's all about. And that's looking good. So what we should tap this one, then we can put the screw back into it, and then eventually we'll glue it in the fourth. Happy RC says it's just a joke there, brother. It's just a joke. Yes, I'm pretty sure. I think I'm pretty sure he knows there. But yes, we're going to jump up scales. We're going to jump up to our next drill bit. Nate says, oh, phew. No. Yeah. As they say back in the day, he's pulling your leg. But yes.
Which leg?
Which leg
specified which leg?
Yes, so far in the shop we are looking good for these multi-streaming live stream that we're going on. We are in TikTok and we are streaming on YouTube. And YouTube is the one to be if you want to see all the action. Happy says he'll be back in a bit. He's going into sandbag mode. Yeah, gotta be done, man. It's all good, brother.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
It's all good. Just getting ready for his indoor flying.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Okay, so at the moment we're just putting some, going up on sizes. Maybe I'll turn the camera so you can see that. There you go, you can see a little bit better. Oh, hang on, I'll move my head out of the way so you can see that. Now, yes, we are making some good progress on this live stream, so it's good.
Do you have a standard maybe the white handle screwdriver?
Yeah, sure, I can get you a white screwdriver.
But
But yes, hopefully.
And the screws in there. Hopefully you can see that.
Yeah. So hopefully everybody's having a good week or weekend for us.
Or as the rodeo guy announcer used to say, make some noise. Add the thumbs up.
Add the digital thumbs up. Give the likes. I always appreciate it. As they say, yes. I guess the good thing about that is then you know it's going, and you can see us and hear us. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so Richard's just tapping these fellas in here, and then maybe are we going to do some more tapping on the sides? For the sides of this.
What are you looking at?
Oh, it's more than. Yeah, it's really good. There you go, all looking professional. There you go. Hope you can see that. And then we're going to probably add like another 4 or something like that to the side of it. That way we can get that looking good. And it's not going to fall off the plane. Yep. Apparently TikTok says you're going live for 90 minutes. Wow. Make sure, don't forget to take a break. Yes, guys. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it. And Nate says, see ya. He's must be heading off. So thanks very much for tuning in, brother. We appreciate it very much. And we'll see you on the next one, brother. Thanks for joining in. Thanks very much. Very cool. But yes, we're making some headway as we do this. And at least it's quite good to see this mounted to it. So far we've got the nose cone all assembled. And that's looking good. I'm quite happy with that. Nose wheel. Front nose wheel all looking good. And over here, so you can see. Oh, maybe we're going to hit the camera. Hang on. Back up. So yeah, while Richard's working on the rear 2 motors. 2 wheels, sorry. Wrong word. Nate says, is this your main thing? Is that what you guys do all the time? Yes, we do it all the time, for sure.
Yep.
Yes, it's always good making stuff.
And filming, editing. That's what we like to do. Always wanted to do it, so.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good stuff. Well, we think so anyway.
Yeah, well, hopefully you guys think so. That's what it's all about.
Okay, there's the. Look at that.
I have to tap it later. A little bit loose, isn't it?
Goosey goosey, but I guess it's not actually moving too much. Yeah. So anyway, so that's what we're looking at there. Oh, there. There you go. Looking good.
Looking good.
Great, even.
Looking good.
Okay. So what's the next part we've got to do, hey?
Nate said he was saying, see you later to happy hour. See, oh, yeah. Yeah, nice. Okay, so we've done the wheels, the back ones. Now what?
Okay.
Hey?
Okay, what do we need to do?
What else are we going to do? Front nose wheel. And do you want to start mounting this one?
Ideally, yeah. I know that rubber band's not gonna, elastic band's not gonna hold the weight of that guy.
No, that's true.
But the you can still prop it up. There's still
yeah. I guess we could fit the front nose. Could we?
Are you gonna do it with screws? How are we gonna do it? You can bring the camera over there so you can get
I know, we'll do that. Yeah, that's fine. Well, I guess ideally we have at least the front nose wheel. Huh? You think we'd be able to get that done on this live stream?
You could do this. These ones. These are more solid.
How long have we been going for this place? Well, we've been going for 2 hours. Wow. Okay, that's well.
Time flies when you're having fun. All right. But it would be good.
I think we'd
Do you want to jump onto that for a couple of seconds?
Oh, we can
jump have
onto
a break of that.
Yeah, we can have a break from that. Hey, maybe that's enough for that live stream. I'm not sure.
Let's see what we get on.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, maybe this one might be finished. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I'll finish that one.
Hey, we'll just jump over to this live stream.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining in. And you can see us on YouTube as we continue on. Thanks a lot.
There you go. All good in the hood. Okay, sweet. So, we did promise that we would show you a little sneak peek of what's coming up on Tuesday. So, yes, we've been doing a lot of work in the workshop this week. So pretty full on. So we'll just show you one little part. We won't show you the whole thing. We'll just show you what we've done a little bit of, and we'll just show you one side, like 1/4 of it. 1/4 of it. So there you go. We'll just show you that's it, and then that's it. So there you go. So this is what's coming up on Tuesday. A little bit of interesting stuff coming up, and this is possibly the world's largest 3D printed VTOL dropship. So inspired by sci-fi movies and all the good stuff. So yeah, that's it, and we'll go back before we show too much. It should be off the screen, but yeah, so that's all coming up on Tuesday, so looking forward to releasing that with you guys. And it's a pretty cool one. It's pretty large, and to move it at the moment we have to move it in 2 parts. So yes, there you go. So that's just to give you a scaling, and that one runs on a 28-inch propeller, and there'll be 4 in a nacelle configuration for that one. It's a half plane, half drone, effectively.
And to answer your question, we do custom designs for people.
Yes,
so if you ever want a custom design, UAV or anything like that, maybe we could help you out.
Yeah. Just give us the DM or whatever you call it. They are hairdressers to the stars there, Nate. There you go, hairdressers. Yes, there you go. This is the... Yes, no, we keep quite busy. Very for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. And so that was the little sneak peek that we were promising at the very start of this live stream. So there you go. So thanks for sticking around for that. And we'll do how much?
How do we attach it?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Maybe we're going to flip it upside down and have a look. Have a look, seats.
Maybe you take the camera.
Yeah, I'll bring the camera around. Maybe we'll put the camera on this side, so then you get kind of a bit more of a... Well...
Yeah, I think that works.
Maybe.
I guess technically you could actually jump on the other one too. This one. Just as something different.
Well, how long do you want to do this live stream for? I wasn't really too sure. I don't know. I didn't really plan that far ahead. I was just...
How are we liking the live stream, guys? Is it so far so good?
Yeah. How you going?
Dan said he always appreciate hanging out with you guys on the Friday nights. Saturday.
Oh, yeah, we appreciate your company. We appreciate
I
your
think
company.
the last couple of times we've done it on the Sunday for us, which would be probably Saturday for you. But the reason is we've got a birthday party to go to
Yes.
tomorrow. So
A very important
we thought
one.
we'd just bring it forward
A day.
a day.
So thanks so much for tuning in. Yes. What are we doing? Oh, you're going to flip it upside down. Do you want to officially put the nose in? So once we start, we can't really stop, can we?
What do you mean?
How much? Yeah. Do you guys want us to see put the nose in?
Would you like us to continue on and try and get these nose attachments?
Yeah. Let us know.
And thanks very much for joining in, guys. I know it takes a super effort. So
Yeah.
so it does mean a lot. So cheers.
Yeah. So just waiting for confirmation. Otherwise, we could always continue on the next live stream.
It's usually tomorrow. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. We are in the future, man.
We're in the future, man.
Yeah.
Would you like us, just as a side note, would you like us to do more live streams?
Oh, you mean like per week?
Or do you like it as it is, where it's like one episode on the Tuesday, and one live stream towards the end of the week? Or
What suits you guys?
What suits you? What would you like to see more? Would you like to see more like live streams, or
That's what we're maybe thinking.
maybe just to make the more intense, more
For us.
difficult for us?
It's already, we're always struggling just to make the
right,
episodes and live streams.
right down to the minute.
Yeah, right down to the second. Yes, roll on. Okay.
Okay.
So anybody else? What's your votes? What about you
I
doing?
have a drink. A drink of water.
We need some water, yeah.
Yeah. It's like what you call intermission.
Intermission. Yeah, this is the intermission music. Maybe we should pull the intermission music up. But yes. No, so far so good on this live stream. I think making good progress. I'm liking it. I always like it when you achieve something at the end of when you start something, which is good. Sometimes when you're working on, especially on ardupilot and those sorts of things, you go forward and then sometimes you have to go backwards, which I don't really like too much. I always like moving forward on the project is always good.
Is there something that you'd like to ask us, like a Q&A, questions and answers? Is there
it's from a different project.
Yeah, is there a particular question you'd like to ask us about one of the other projects that we're doing, or one of the projects that you're doing?
Yes, live stream your life every day. No snore. Nice. Okay, so we'll flip the guy upside down.
You gotta find that balance, right? Like, if you just live stream all the time, you never actually get to do the episodes.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Good point. So yeah, anyway.
There's a trade-off, like it is.
Okay, so maybe we'll bring the camera in.
I guess I can try this one.
What are you gonna do with that one?
Just turn it on. Oh yeah, it's not turned on.
No.
Turn it on. See what happens. See what we can do. Happy RC says, I enjoy jumping on the streams when I can, and weekends works good. But I would probably jump in whenever it was.
Oh, nice. Oh, thanks, man.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Okay, so maybe we might be able to do some other ones.
We'll see what we can come up with. Some kind of schedule that might work for us.
Yeah. Okay. I need some insulation tape. Do we have some?
Yeah,
we've got tape.
We've got both of those.
Not very good. Just to tape because I'm a bit worried that if we drilled into that, we might do something terrible. So,
what? Into what?
To there. I'm just going to tape it all the way.
All the way. All right. Yeah. I think I put it up there. Here it is. I brought it over.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Very cool, man. Yeah, no, so we like sharing these kind of builds with you. We like making things, so it's cool. And testing them too. You could maybe do some more testing stuff. But we did do quite a lot of live stream flying, didn't we?
Like FPV flying.
Yeah.
FPV. Yeah, so recently. Yeah. Do you guys like that kind of stuff when we were out flying?
Yeah.
Was it more this kind of thing?
Yeah. You know.
Share your thoughts.
I guess if we don't ask, then we don't know ourselves, right? That's true. You got to ask these things. Nate says he's making some tortillas for a snack while watching. Cheers, man. That's why it's quiet. It's all good, man. Yeah.
Didn't we have that last night?
We did have that last night, I think. Yes,
that be okay
I think so. No, just bring it down here. We'll just hold it or something like that. Somebody can hold it. Or just bring it like, what did we have like on a chair last time?
Yeah, my chair.
Your chair. That was a good height, but then you don't get to sit down. Oh, there's the other chair there. 150 do. 150 XP. Nice.
Is that like Goku? I'm at Super Saiyan level 5,000.
Yeah, Super Saiyan. Dan says he's working late. My silent, that's my silent. Hey, that's all good, man. It's all good. No, it's always good to know. Yeah, appreciate it. Okay, so what do you reckon? Can I use a bit of that masking tape?
Nope. It's only got my name on it.
Yeah, it's only got your name on it. It's all good. Okay, we flip this guy upside down, tape that out of the way. That way we don't drill the sensor cable. That would be terrible. Yes. And is there a particular place where you're going to do it? Not so much, just thereabouts. Nice, there you go. Is there a particular calculation for landing gear? There is. But, you know, we always found that Cherubi Right always takes care of that.
Common sense, more.
Common sense, yeah. Happy, it says he always jumps in on RC and FPV live streams, but never done one on his own channel. I can multitask and watch others, but couldn't do that if I was doing the live stream. Takes planning and coordination. Yeah, for sure. Nice.
I reckon you can, though.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely, you know, it's just one of those things. You just gotta try. Yeah. Try's always good.
What would you like to do if you could?
Yeah, if you were going to do a live stream, what would you do?
Would you do interviews, or would you do this kind of thing where you're in the workshop, or would you do more sort of flight stuff?
Lots to do, yeah, for sure. Okay.
Is it like one of those things where they go like, lots to do all the time?
Old saying. But yeah, so far so good. And we'll take this guy, flip him upside down when Richard gets the second, and we'll kind of position him where we think thereabouts. Put the wheel in, and ideally get it on.
Like that?
You want to? I guess we should probably epoxy it as well. Okay. Okay, what do you reckon? Flip the camera out? No, I think the camera's fine. Nothing's going to fall out yet. No, it should be fine. Okay, how's it look?
Move a bit of tape here, just to hold the cables in.
Yeah, sure. What do you reckon?
Just here, you can feel it. Got it?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to fall out there.
Nice.
Nice. My masking tape's on.
No.
Yeah, totally. I'll put another bit of tape on that.
Great question. Probably TikTok or just a community round table or something. Interesting.
Nice.
You mean like Knights of the Round Table?
Yes.
And I think Nate's got a question for you.
Yeah. Nate says, is there a way to make a cheap drone that goes fast? Or get one? It always comes down to what kind of a motor that you're running it at, really. And how much power on the power systems. So, yeah.
I guess it also depends. It's dependent on also how much gear you already have. Like, for example, a radio can cost quite a bit, or the goggles or setup, but otherwise it's not too bad.
That's right, yeah.
So if you've already got most of the gear already, or you've got some spares, that would reduce the price quite a bit.
Yeah, if we're talking about that. Yeah, sure. Happy says, by the way, I do think your FPV streams are sweet. Always enjoy seeing what cool spots you fly. Next. Oh, nice. Oh, so he doesn't.
Okay, cool.
Like it. Cool. There you go.
I know that we've got some other ideas that we
spots
that we haven't quite done yet.
No. It's going to be interesting to try and get all this gear to those spots, but it'll be interesting. Always makes it an exciting challenge.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, because it's a different system there. Right?
Well, we have the system's got a little bit bigger now, but yeah, it's all good.
And you could whack that one. Yeah. This one. Yeah. Might as well. So something different.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so just clearing up some of the glue tape from the Mark 1 wheels, because we want a clean surface to put it on. It's pretty well there now. So I know that the leading edge is about there, give or take. It'd be hard to work out where the center of gravity is, but I guess it's towards the back, like a jet plane, I guess. Nate says that he has I have goggles and a couple of controllers, and he can hook them up, but he doesn't have a computer. Interesting. It makes it a little harder if you, because pretty much any drone pretty much needs to connect to the computer at some point, so that might be an issue. Unless you already got one that was ready to fly, but even then, they're not connected to the receiver, are they? Okay. And you still need to engage that.
Yeah, it's true.
I guess maybe if you borrowed a friend or a family member's one, got them to download something like Betaflight and then whacked it on and then maybe deleted it off afterwards, just to get it rolling. Because once you've got the drone working and nothing breaks, you're all good. You don't need to go back on and reflash it or whatever. You also found a cheap racing drone that has goggles and everything for around $40 to $70. Awesome. Yeah, that's pretty good. You got to start somewhere. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, you got to start somewhere. So just if you want to, go for it. Yeah, that's right. The Speedy Bee app is another option. He's right. And Dan Silla says a basic 6S or 5-inch goes really fast. A few easy upgrades. It's like the motor can really elevate it. Weight is a big thing to forget. The GoPro, if you want to go fast. Betaflight configure is now web-based. So you can use a phone or tablet to tune it in. Yeah, I guess times have changed, which is good because you don't always want to be using a computer. You could always take, Happy says you could always take your FPV gear to the local library or something and use their computer. I was thinking that, yeah. It'd be funny people reading their books and then you're like, boop, 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 boop. I've never been in a library where they did that, so that'd be cool. Yeah, so there you go, some good ideas. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, great solutions.
So yeah, it's definitely a possibility. It's always a little tricky, but even if you've got your own setup, it's still a little tricky.
Yeah, for sure. Yes. Yes.
This actually works really well.
It's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. I guess you're allowed to be pleased with your own work.
Pleased with your own work? Yeah. Hang on, we can bring the... We can swap cameras for a second.
Yeah, I'll bring it in over here so you can see. Whee! I think you can see it. Is that not high enough? Is that high enough?
What's that? Maybe.
Okay, so yeah.
That's blowing me out.
Thanks for joining in on the stream. We just work on the Coaxial concept RC aircraft on the channel.
It's called the Nico Air Racing Drone by DRL, but it's hard to find. Okay. Did I miss some of that, Richard? Oh, we were good. Did I misreading some of that now?
No, yeah, just the top part.
Oh, yeah, okay. So yes, Betaflight configure.
DRL, yeah.
Local app runs on my Android app. Just need an OTC cable. Oh yeah. Maybe Happy says maybe take a bag of.
You got it.
Maybe take a bag of earplugs to hand out before the hover test in the library. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. How's that going, Richard?
Yeah, it's all good.
Is it hopping out again? Is it? I need more tape.
Yeah, it's all good. I don't think it's going to hurt anyone. It's
No,
not
it
going to
shouldn't.
hurt. It'll be right.
Oh, I can tape it again if you want. Hang on. We don't have the hatches down, you see, so it's all the electronics are kind of exposed. At this
Yeah,
point.
they're exposed. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Cheers, man.
Right.
Yeah, so there's some options there. I like, my personal favorite of those options is the library one. What was yours, eh?
Yeah, and some libraries have a maker space, don't they?
Yeah, I know John Ferguson, who does the R2D2, he always talked about the makerspace.
Yeah. And some libraries they have them, yeah.
So maybe you could rock up there. Not that they'd probably know about drones, but then you at least be not bothering anyone.
Yeah, but also they have 3D printers and those sorts of things that you might be able to use as well if you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because drone parts need things for like antennas and extra things like that. So
Yeah.
you may need to print something.
You may need. Oh, we do. Yeah.
Or if you wanted to print out your whole drone, maybe you could do that.
Or a whole plane like this.
Yeah, print it out on a makerspace on the library. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna start with this front one.
Yeah. What do you reckon? In the middle somewhere?
Yeah. Not there.
Thereabouts?
Should be right, mate. Something like that.
Sounds good.
Okay. I'm just gonna.
I guess we just put a circle around it and X marks the spot and then we'll put it in. Now we'll flip to the camera. Hang on. Nate says his phone is almost dead. He might need to plug it into the power, he thinks. Could even print the rocket race drone. Yeah, you could, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too tricky to work out how to do the race drone, but you'd still need to make the frame, right? Oh, my head's going.
How's that? There's your head back.
I'm alive.
He's alive again. So yes.
Okay, so what do we need to do? We need some screws, right?
So some screws, yes.
Okay, so what we're looking at is, we're looking at this guy over that side, right? That guy.
Hang on, I'll just turn that camera. Camera.
Okay, so is it that way? Well, it wouldn't be that way. That would make
no, it's outwards.
Imagine the wheels that way. That'd be just weird. Look at that.
The little dinky wheels going inwards. No, it's going to be outwards.
Look at that.
It's that way.
Or you can put it on that side.
What's that?
You can put it on the other side, like here. Only difference is, downside is if you mount it there, you got this all the wires to worry about.
No, you don't want them.
So I mean that probably fits better, but
No, we made it so it's outside.
that one there's no wires out here, right?
No, I think so. And then we'll just tap it. Okay, so which one do you want to work on first? I guess we put the nose wheel in. What do you reckon?
It does look better, but it'd be harder to put on without damaging something.
That's true. Nate says he's got to find his go and find his charger. Yeah. Catch you later, dude. Otherwise, your phone will run out. That's not so good. Okay. So which one do you want to work on? Do you want to do the front or do you want to do the side first?
Maybe the front.
Yeah, I mean the back ones I think it's just more like glue them and then just drill straight down.
Don't want to drill through the cables, I would say.
No, we don't want to do that. So I tape them out of the way. So I think we'll work on the front nose. Is the way to go.
So I'm just trying to find some screws that are suitable for that sucker.
Yeah, no worries.
I've got two of the same size, but
Oh, well, you could just use an M3 or something like that.
M3? I've got those
M3
ones,
bolts.
which are the same as your ones.
Yeah,
There's those.
these kind of ones.
One option. But they're not larger ones, are they? They're not
They
metals.
don't. They don't threads all the way through, no.
Yeah. Oh, that might be helpful actually, because then you could bolt it on the other side. You go all the way through and then tighten them up.
I thought that's what you're gonna do. And then you put you can bolt it into a piece of wood or something
Right.
on the other side.
Do you have what size screws bolts you got?
Well, these are M3, so if we do it at M3, I think it'd be fine.
And do you have a
And then what
washer?
do
Do you have a washer?
I got a washer with them, yeah.
So
So what we could do is we could bolt through and then have them the hole right, and we could possibly change out for a different bolt later on if we wanted to. That's totally possible.
Okay. We can do that. Are they
yeah.
3 mils? Those ones?
What's that?
Are they 3mm ones?
Yeah, yeah, M3, yeah.
Okay, I'll just start.
So we
with
just
this
use them as a whole placement for now, and then, yeah, then we can swap these bolts out for bigger ones or smaller ones if we need be. So if you're tuning into the live stream at the moment, we are. What are we doing? At the moment, we are working on this coaxial 3D printed plane, and we're just fitting the landing gear, which we previously designed on live over here now. Designed on live stream, and yeah, we're going to fit them. What do you reckon, Richard? Can you see in there?
Yeah. Maybe you keep an eye on that. Just I don't want to
Oh yeah, no, it's fine.
Shank it.
No, we don't want to do that. Okay. So while Richard's drilling that one, we'll get the perfect position.
Yeah.
And we'll do that by rule. Need a ruler. Where's the ruler?
Ruler.
Yeah, have you got one?
I can get one. I'll be right back.
There was one right here. Where would it be?
Hmm?
Wasn't there a ruler just here a second ago?
Don't know.
Oh, we'll just grab a ruler from another room. But anyway, so far so good. Maybe I'll move over here so you can see. But yes, so far so good. And we'll put this guy in. Should be right. Okay.
How's the music volume? Is it still coming through?
Yep, hopefully the music's not too loud and you can kind of hear it.
That's it, really, just sort of ticking over in the background.
Ticking over.
Just leave a maybe a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Do we need a... Where's that ruler?
Got that one?
Where's the pencil? Have you got one?
No, you got one?
Where's my pencil going again?
It's disappeared.
I got it.
You got it. You got it? You make that roll? You can do that?
Yep, just need some water. Alrighty. Okay, here we go. You're good. How's that?
It's
Pretty good. Not too bad, if I don't say so myself. Yes, you can hear it. Who's a better singer, H or R? Good proof. Better singer. We once, true story, we once had a vocal coach from years ago. So that's true. So technically, was he a better singer, Richard?
No.
No, not really. We both learned the same songs. Yeah. And different things. We had exams that we did years ago. And yeah, we did quite a bit of our own writing. Lots of music. Music's good. So I guess I'd say a draw on that one there, Dan. That's not really the answer that...
It's not the answer you wanted, but it's the answer you're going to get.
Yes. So yes, no, it's one of those things. Music is an interesting thing. Yeah, I think everybody should do a bit of music, a bit of art. It's good. How are we getting on? You're going to put a line down there to make sure that we've got halfway. What was the kind of songs that we're into, Richard?
Muse or Queen.
Yeah, those kind of ones. A tune of rock.
30 Seconds to Mars is
30 Seconds to Mars is good.
What's
Who's the better dancer?
I feel that you're trying to get us to do something.
What are we getting at here?
That's what it feels. But you wouldn't do that. No,
You wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't be like, because there was a comment here before about like arm wrestling, so I feel like you're trying to bait us into doing something.
Fight. Yes. Dancing. It's an interesting.
It's an interesting one with dancing.
Interesting question. Yeah. I guess if it's the right partner. I guess there you go. So I guess that special someone knows. Once, Happy says, I once went to try out for a famous vocal band. Nice. After the tryouts, they said I was hired. Great. They needed someone to carry. Oh, carry the gear. Oh, he's joking. All right. That's otherwise it'd be a bit rough. To me, says Dan.
I feel.
But yes, no, dancing is an interesting thing. I think we
all have
there's different styles out there. I feel like that Dan's trying to bait us into some sort of crump battle. But there you go. But yes, I got jandals on, so I can't at the moment. Too shy.
Too shy.
But yes. No, dancing's cool. Yeah, if you're
What
talking...
sort of dancing do you guys like? Is it like hip hop or ballroom dancing? I don't know. What's the other ones like? Cha-cha.
Yeah, or there's flamenco. Or
Flamenco dancing seems quite cool with the matadors. That's quite good.
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
Spanish.
Going back to your Australian movies that you were talking about, there was an Australian movie called Strictly Dancing?
Strictly Ballroom,
yeah. And that was quite cool. Flamenco dancing at the end with the Guy Pearce, I think, was the man in that one.
What was it? Okay.
Oh, I could be wrong. But either way, it was a cool movie. And
for dancing stuff.
For dancing.
Other than Step Up.
Step Up's cool. But yeah, if you're talking about that kind of cool, you know, this is what he has to do to get the girl. So good on him. He did get the girl, by the way. So all good. You know.
Yeah.
And
I think
it's a happy ending.
What's the other one that's quite like a country dancing one, like line dancing? I was trying to think. Is it Footloose with Kevin Bacon?
Yeah, but we never seen that one. Have we?
I've seen some of it.
Some of it. Okay. Dancing. Okay, so how was that game? Yes. Okay.
So it goes horizontally, right? What we're trying to do is not get that cable.
We're not trying to get the cable, and we're trying to be successful doing it. Yeah, so the cable comes out over to here. Yeah, it runs along there and over to here like that.
Okay.
It's
So
nice.
maybe like 4 bolts in it?
Oh yeah.
Maybe I'll drill the holes first.
Yeah, we'll do the bolts.
And then mark them and drill them individually.
Mark them, and then we'll swap them. Well, we've only got long ones here on the shelf, but
Okay.
we can swap to bigger ones later on.
Where's the drill? Where'd that go? Oh, over here.
What kind of glue are you going to use for this one? We're going to use bolts and we're going to use glue. We're thinking epoxy because I always like using epoxy. Yeah, any type of special epoxy. We're going to use JB.
No, it's Zap epoxy.
Zap epoxy. There you go.
It's called a quick shot. 5-minute epoxy.
Yeah, we always use 5-minute epoxy.
Even on stuff that you say that you shouldn't.
Epoxy. But yeah, no, we like epoxy. The good thing about it is that you always try and get like a good bond one. But just because it will also, like with 3D printing and those sorts of things, it gives a bit more of a buffer.
Yeah, and you can, like, it's not, I mean, it's kind of meant to be permanent, but you can, worst comes to worst, you can actually remove it. Right? Like it can be done.
Dan says he's going to go. Have a good one. Friends, be good and give hugs. Yeah, nice, man. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate you very much. And do we have a favorite epoxy? Oh, what was that stuff? Say, dude, thanks so much, brother.
Thanks,
See
man.
you on the next one. Or see you Tuesday. Nice. Do you have a favorite epoxy? We used to, there's one called like a Tarzan epoxy. That's quite cool. And there's one called like JB. It's called just JB epoxy.
Yeah.
Yeah. JB glue or something like that. That's pretty cool. It's just got a higher tolerance. Nice.
Yeah.
No, yes. Thanks so much for tuning in, brother. So the idea will be we try and get this. We try and put this guy in, and we'll and then maybe I don't know how we get on, but maybe we might be able to get some of the wheels on the back. What do you think?
There we go.
See how we get on.
How are we going? Like, are we liking what we're seeing, guys?
Yeah. Are you guys liking the live stream so far on this live stream? Propsoft has just joined. Thanks so much for tuning in, brother. He says, hello, everyone. Fellow rappers here. Nice, nice. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Happy says, I hear good things about the E6000. Oh, yeah, E6000. Yeah. He's never used it, though. But is it flexible?
I think it's pretty rigid, but I know it's permanent.
It's very permanent. E6000. Yeah. It's a mate of ours. He, do you say swears by it? I guess it's like, he says it's pretty good.
He doesn't swear at it.
No, he doesn't swear at it, but he says good things. Yeah, that's weird. He says it's good too. So, have we used it? I think we have. I think we have used it.
Oh, hang on. Do we have some?
We might have some in the shop. We've used it for other projects. But yeah, so far so good on this build. And if I can move that, then yeah, it's okay. So far on this live stream, we have crafted this guy, designed it on software in previous live streams, and TPU 3D printed design, and it's got suspension for this. Well, hang on, my hair's in the way, my hat's in the way. So yeah, you can kind of see what's going on. Yeah, there you go. And it's got a swivel action in it too, so it's got a little bit of swivel action.
Was that the stuff we're talking about? E6000?
Yes. So we do have some in the shop. Cool.
Maybe we could use it.
I'll just use the normal epoxy then. Because we won't better use that glue yet. We'll just bolt it to hold it in shape, and then we'll have to change those bolts out because they're a little bit too long.
Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Right
but
on.
yes, we do have some. Yes. It was E6000 flexible. I don't think it is. I can read the packet. Let's have a look.
I don't think it is. I think it's pretty permanent.
It's got a little bit of flexibility.
A little bit. Okay. You do always want a little bit if you can.
Yeah. Like for instance, the big autonomous 3D printed boat that we made, that's held together with epoxy, not super glue. So that way it's good in the water, so when it gets pounded by those waves, it gives a little, yeah, and still keeps the rigidity of the hull structure.
Are you happy with that placement? Yeah.
I think so.
Do you have a pencil?
Well, certainly. I had it in my hand and I put it down. Did you guys see where I put that pencil? Where did I put the pencil? Where did I put it? Come here, pencil.
Where'd you put it?
Where'd you put it?
Where'd you put it?
Yeah, that's the stuff that's he's saying.
Where'd you put that pencil, man?
Where did I put the pencil? I had it in my hand. I was over here. I was over there. What about over here? Nope. Not there. Maybe underneath. It was a perfect pencil. Nice.
Perfect pencil.
Perfect shape.
Not any.
No, just any pencil.
Not just any. It was a perfect. Oh, here it is. Got it. I got it. I found it.
Is it in your hand?
No.
Oh, he had it in his hand, didn't he?
I didn't have it in my hand.
No, so far, shoe glue. Popsoft reckons. Oh, nice. He thinks that's pretty good. Nice. Okay.
We have used shoe glue on shoes.
Yeah. No, I haven't used it for gluing 3D prints together. It's an interesting idea. I don't see why it wouldn't work. It's got flexible adhesion. Good underwater. Yeah.
Because
when you use shoe glue, when they designed it for a bit of flexibility, but also to allow for the water. Is the red one on the table the plane is on? Is it the red one? Ah, no, that's the hex wrench. Ta-da! But Richard found it. That's all good. Thanks for the help there. Nice.
watch out, it's gonna fall.
What's gonna fall? What was that?
Part of the thing breaking.
Do you need a scribe or something like that?
Oh yeah, do you have one?
I can make something.
Oh, there might be one upstairs.
I got a 2mm. 2 mil?
Yeah.
2 mil? You just put it in here. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to put this guy together. Maybe I'll flip that camera so you guys can see a bit closer. Yeah. But yes, I appreciate you tuning into the live stream there, Popsoft. Very cool. Hey, what do you reckon anyway? All good?
Yeah, it's fine, yeah.
Yeah. So just try and do this and not Richard. And that way we get this right.
So what do we think of this? How we enjoying? Are we enjoying the stream, guys?
Yeah, give the old thumbs up. Give the a shout out.
Make the noise.
Make the noise, as the rodeo guys say.
And did we like the episode this week on the world's largest 3D printed heavy lift drone?
Hopefully you guys liked that, enjoyed it, because it was quite the
ordeal to get it out.
Out and about.
It was good fun.
It was good fun to take it out there. And the objective of that one was to get old hold lock. So if we have to find out what happened if you hadn't seen it. I don't want to wreck it, but was a successful bench test, and we successful launches. Successful launches, which is always good. Yep, one here.
The other way, of course, is I can unscrew this and just drill it straight down and use this as a guide.
That's a great idea too. I'll just pop that one back. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay, so what size drill bit do you need? It's a 3. Have you got one on there?
Hmm?
Have you got one, a drill bit on there?
A drill bit?
Yeah.
Not at the moment.
On your drill?
No.
No? I'll just put a 3 on it, and then that way we know.
Oh, yeah, I got one here.
Is it a 3?
I think so.
I'll just check it for you. Just to make sure. I want to make sure that's correct. Don't know. It doesn't have a name on it.
It's undecided is what it is.
I'm not sure what it is.
Aviation says, great string, guys, and making progress. Yeah, cool, man. Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, we're making some progress here. So that's good. So I think what we'll do is we'll use that as a, I'm just taking it off. If you can see it, just taking it off and just gonna go old school and just use it as a hard mount.
Okay, so we'll start with that drill bit, and then we'll make our way up.
Here you go.
But yes, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it very much. Oh, I thought the camera was over there for a second. Okay, you want me to do it? Okay, you want to check underneath? Oh, hang on. Before we do that, Happy says, yeah, I was driving, but listened to the episode with the Bluetooth and sounded fun. Still can't get over the sound of those 33-inch props. Nice. Very cool, man.
Awesome.
Okay. Okay, you want to check underneath one last time? I'll just hold it. Oh.
You can do it.
Yeah, I'll check. Okay.
You got the lights there behind you.
All right, I'll just check. And thanks so much for watching that one, brother. That was cool. It was cool making. Okay, so about there. It should be fine.
Okay.
Okay. Just do it. Double check that. I don't want to do anything wrong. Okay. Okay, so we'll put this guy together and then maybe.
There we go.
How's that? Let's have a look. I can't see, it's too dark.
You got the screw? You put the screws in them.
Yeah.
Another screw?
But it needs to go further through.
Oh. You can push. Drill it through. Want to do it?
How's that? Let's have a look.
Pass that bolt.
A bolt?
Yes, please. That one.
Hopefully it's the right size.
Nope.
No? Needs to go bigger or smaller? Which way?
I mean, it's fine. You can just screw it in. I guess you want it to be tight. So.
I need to drill that one. That's fine. Hex wrench. Here you go.
Thanks. Okay.
But yes, we'll be swapping these ones out for a shorter bolt that's ridiculously long. But that's what we have at this moment in time. Yeah. For this test anyway. Yeah. How's it going in, alright?
Don't know. Haven't got it lined up yet.
You got it lined up?
There you go.
Holding?
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you go all the way through so that way you can drill these other holes?
But yes. I guess if we got this one kind of mounted-ish, and then it's pretty good for this live stream, don't you reckon? Good effort. It's like, see?
Oh yeah. We'll just see how we go.
We got to do some more editing and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Good effort. Okay, so we'll put that can hold it for now, can't it? Okay.
Yeah, I'll just check it.
Happy with it? You need the light? Hang on. There you go.
It's the back of my head, I think.
Just checking to see that's all correct.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. I'll do the diagonal one.
Yep, still the back of my head.
What's the back of your head?
The camera that is it.
Oh, the camera. Okay, you want to hold that there?
Yeah.
Put the line
Yeah,
through.
we're going off this part here.
Oh.
It's even.
Okay, you happy?
Yeah.
Happy?
Off we go.
Okay. Have a look, see.
You got a bolt?
Bolt. Yep,
All good.
it's fine, it's happy. And on the other side will be, so we want slightly lower profile bolts, because on the other side that's where the battery will live. So that'll need to be considered. But so far so good on this build, and I think we're making some quite good progress.
Yeah.
So what we do is we bolt this fella in, and then put the other 2 bolts in, and I think maybe that might be it. What do you reckon?
Yeah, well, we've got to get the episode so you guys can see it on Tuesday.
Yeah. But so far, I think the live stream's been going quite good. I hope you guys have been enjoying it as much as we have. Making it. What do you reckon? Going in all right?
Nope.
Which way does it need to move? Does it need to move? Are you taking it out? And which way are you going?
Going out.
You going out?
Oh, yeah, in there.
In?
So I don't think we'll glue it on this one, eh?
No. We won't. Okay, do it. Okay. Cool.
So what, we're just dry fitting it, really, effectively.
Dry fitting it. Yeah. Accurately dry fitting it.
Okay, that's that. And then maybe put 2 more in. And then we'll put the front on.
Cool.
Nice. Okay, so that's okay to go.
I'll get another bolt, a dummy bolt if you will. So yeah, we'll put these 2 bolts in, and then maybe that'll be it for this live stream build so far. But I think we've made some quite good headway. We've once we finish this part, we'll have it dummy fit there and dry fit. That's the way I read. And then we can on the next one.
Do the back ones?
You can do the back ones, yeah.
We're good?
Happy with it? Yes.
Okay, well, we actually don't need to add the screws, do we?
Not really, no, not really. If those ones are holding it as a dummy fit. Okay. So we can put those in as an example. Ta-da! Dun 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 dun.
Is that occupies that screw there?
This one?
Yes. Can you pass that light?
Sure. Let's put those. Yep, back a bit. Yeah, about there. Okay, so there you go, guys. So it can swivel only to there. There you go. So it's got a little bit of swivel action, but not heaps, because we don't want heaps. There you
Bring
go.
that camera in close so you guys can see it.
Swap the camera over.
Okay, here you go. You're on that camera.
So we've got a bit of swivel action.
Put that down so you can see.
We got a little bit of swivel action, but not an enormous amount. There you go. That's what we want.
One step closer to the maiden. Yeah, nice one, man.
Cool. So that's the dummy fit version. That's pretty good. Okay. So
Did you want to do the back? Or caught? I think we'll caught for this one.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll flick over the other camera. We'll
Thanks for
finish
doing
that one.
guys.
Okay, so we'll flick over to the other camera, and then, yeah, I think we've made some pretty good progress today on Livestream. Maybe we'll flip it up the other way and you can kind of get a proper look at it. Yeah, this way around, I think. That way, it makes a bit more sense. Oh, can you grab that? Can you? Doesn't matter.
You're losing parts, mate.
The wheel dropped off.
It's all dry fit, so it just fell apart. What kind of cheap?
There you go. You kind of see what's going on that one. There you go. So the wheel is on. It's looking pretty good. It's got suspension there. And maybe bring that camera in. Can you grab that camera beside you, Richard?
Yeah,
we'll just bring it in so you can kind of get an overall view of what we achieved on this live stream. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty good effort. Yes, making quite good headway. So we'll be finishing off the live stream in a second. Now we'll jump over to the other camera. So we just have another little look at it up close. There's Richard Cam, as it were. And there's the suspension working. There you go, you can kind of see what's going on. So it's got a swivel action and it's pretty cool. Nice, very cool. And we'll just jump over to the other side. So I think we did pretty good so far on this live stream. And maybe just put your camera over in the normal spot where it normally lives. But yes, now we've got quite a bit to do on it. But once we've got those wheels on, yeah, we've got some other stuff that we got to get done. And then I think after we get the wheels sorted, I think we'd probably jump over to carry on this one on the normal episode stuff. But yeah,
maybe change to what, a different
another project. Yeah.
So we've got some good stuff coming up.
Yes, and we've got some good projects coming up. Sweet, says Happy. Yeah, cheers, man. And we've got some other exciting projects coming up on the channel, and some exciting builds coming up on Livestream too. We've got we've been in the background doing some stuff, some exciting projects getting ready. Yes. Okay, so maybe take that one there, and we'll jump over to the other screen. Thanks very much from me, and I'll jump over to the next one. And when Richard's ready, when he gives me the thumbs up, we'll jump over and do our classic sign out. Yes. You good, Richard? Yeah, give me the thumbs up. Okay, see you on the next slide. Or screen. Screen? I think we'll go screen. Oh yeah, you can see Richard. There he is. Okay, we'll jump over to the other screen and we'll do our sign out. So, once again from me, thanks very much. I'm Harry and this is Richard. And we appreciate you very much for tuning in.
That's right. This is a series that we're doing on the Coaxial concept RC aircraft design, inspired by a video game called Crimson Skies.
And it's our take on it.
It's our take on it, and we're using the drone motors from Hobby Wings, so big thanks to them, and CUAV for flight control.
Yes. So, and KiwiFil for all the filament. Yes.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Very cool.
There's a lot of filament.
Couldn't do it without Eva and Bill, so double thumbs up to those guys. And Tokoroa, New Zealand, represent.
Yep.
What were you saying?
Thanks very much for everybody for joining in on the live stream. Thanks for all the comments.
Oh yes.
Remember to if you liked a certain section, you can remember to after the live stream's finished, it will upload, and then you're welcome to scrub back and rewatch as much as you like.
Yeah, sure.
And we'll continue on. And yeah, so stay tuned for the VTOL dropship coming
Tuesday.
So
Tuesday.
6 a.m.
Yes. So, and you got a little bit of a sneak peek if you just joined in the live stream later on and you missed that section. Make sure you scrub back and have a look to see where that was in the live stream. So there you go. So thanks so much from me. Thanks from Richard. And we'll see you on the next live stream or episode on Tuesday. Yeah. Okay. We'll sign out. In 3, 2, 1, go. HR racing. HR racing. HR racing. Yeah. Thanks, guys. See you next time. And then I'll run over here and then I'll sign out. Not sure, just join the live stream. What's up, guys? And we'll see you on the next one. Sorry, dude, we'll see each other next time.
Okay.
No, hang on. Yes.
Okay.
So sorry for missing the episode, but make sure you scrub back through and see all the action and what we got up to on this episode. It was cool. Oh, live stream.
Same thing. Live stream episode.
Live stream episode. So thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one, guys.
See ya.
See ya, dudes. Have a great